Hola, yuppie everybody, good evening. How's everyone doing tonight? Uppa, I forgot to do the game capture. Okay, now we're actually ready. I always forget to finish one thing before I start the stream, but this okay. Hoi, hi Argo, how you doing? Whew. It's been a while since I streamed, in general. A while I say as if it has been forever, but it's been like a week. I haven't been streaming these last few days lately because I haven't been feeling all too well. Things got pretty hard at work, so I decided to take a while off, and I have like 4 weeks of sick leave now, so I'll have hopefully enough time to recover. But today I felt good enough to stream, so I decided to continue with Umineko finally because I still need to finish chapter 5, episode 5. Let me see. Okay, so last time, recap, right, I'm going to have to jog my own memory a little bit because it's been a while. Okay, so we had Natsuhi being accused of murder by everyone else, ever flying off the handle. Then Natsuhi hiding in the closet and Hideyoshi hacking died. And now Erika is like, I have found out who's the killer, so we're going to bring Natsuhi to the witch trial. And now we're going through a whole list of defenses that Beatrice has, and I had to stop like midway through last time, I remember. Yeah, I think we were striking off each character's alibi, and we would probably continue from there. So let's see. By the way, apologies in advance if Sorry. Apologies in advance if today I seem a bit woozy. Like I said, I'm still recovering from stuff. I don't want to get too specific, but if I sound a bit weak today or a bit less enthusiastic or whatever, just know it's because I'm very fatigued. And it's not because I'm bored or whatever. So, without further ado, it is witch trial time.
南條は午前3時までエリカと一緒にいたというアリバイがある。
Oh yeah, she did the paper slip thing.
そして午前3時から朝まで自室を出ていない。
Oh, wait. I have to check that the volume doesn't get too loud. Okay. Erika made use of the seal on the doors and was granted red truths from Bernkanstel one after another. For me, demanding that Beato repeat something had been about maneuvering and tactics, but it's totally different for Erika. For her, it's like having a trump card that can make red whenever she wants. So you mean like a cheat button?
ゲストハウスの容疑者全員のアリバイ証明を終えました。問題はありませんね。
Yes, you're the problem.
問題はあるぞ。それはだな。その
I have the perfect retort. The problem was her, the little rat. Beata racked her brains to find some point to latch onto, but Erika's red had been ruthlessly perfect. There was no point she could take issue with. Beata kept thinking hard, trying to fault Erika on something, but her expression was so wrath with desperation that anyone could tell by looking.
ベアトを却下するわ。私は何も問題を感じない。極めてポップでキュートでパーフェクトだわ。これでゲストハウスの人間全員のアリバイは証明された。
Alright.
待ちな、エリカ。俺を抜く気か。
あ、
後ろ宮バトラーにだって犯行のチャンスはあるはずだ。何しろ犠牲者たちと同じ部屋で一夜を共にしたんだぞ。
That's
その
true.
俺を差し置いて議論を先になんか進ませねえ。
Oh no. At that time, an arrow twisted like a golden snake and hit me. It didn't pierce through me, but it slapped me hard on the cheek like a whip. He got clapped.
バトラ様の発言権はまだ認められておりません。
I just imagine her walking up to him and just giving him a slap. That's the
ご
alternative.
注意を。はあ、分かっておるぞバトラ。そしてすまぬ。許せ。エリカ、まだバトラのアリバイを示していないぞ。バトラは犠牲者たちと枕を並べて眠った男。誰よりも一番に疑わなければならぬのではないのか。
Was the crime also possible for a battler who was in a guest house? Next text.
ベアトの言う通りだわ。ダメじゃないよね、バトラを飛ばしちゃ。これは失礼しました。すっかり失念しておりました。
そなたは午前3時に帰ってきたバトラと共に2階へ上がる。そしてそなたも自室に戻って眠ったはずだ。24時にいとこ部屋を訪れたかもしれぬが、午前3時以降には訪れておらぬはず。まさかその後バトラのベッドに潜り込みに行ったとでも言うのか。一晩中バトラの寝顔を見ていとこ部屋でのアリバイを確認していたとまで言うなら認めてやってもいいがな。
ええ、一晩中寝息を聞いていましたが、何か？
That what? I'm sorry.
なんだと。
I listened to him breathing all night. That's kind of creepy. That's really creepy.
私、フルドエリカはバトラさんが午前3時にいとこ部屋にお戻りになり、
What? Did you sneak in and then just place your ear in his mouth or something?
すぐにそのままベッドに潜り込み、すぐに就寝してしまったことを証明できます。
Uh-huh.
そして起床され、部屋の惨状に気づき悲鳴を上げるまで、部屋で何も起こらなかったことまでも証明できます。ですのでご安心を。バトラさんは犯人ではありません。殺人現場にそうとは知らずに入り、朝まで寝てしまったただの愉快な第一発見者です。
バカな。お得意の封印でもそれを証明することは不可能なはず。どうしてそれがそなたに証明できるというのか。
ふざけるな。あの時俺は自分だけ部屋に入ったんだぞ。
Hi Yuppie and chat club, you are feeling better Yuppie. Hi Tsuki, how you doing?
エリカだって自分の部屋へ
I'm
戻った。
feeling just a bit better, but well enough to stream.
どうしてそんな
Thank
さも見てい
you.
たかのよ
I
うに
hope you
断
have
言
been
できる
doing
んだ。
well.
見たとは言っていません。エリカさんに割り当てられた部屋はどこですか。
エリカ、教えてちょうだい。どうしてあなたはバトラのことがそこまで証明できるの？
I would like to know.
さすがにそれでこそ探偵だわ。
私の部屋はいとこ部屋の隣です。
Oh
薄い
no.
壁が1枚あるだけです。
Okay.
まさかそなたは壁に耳をつけ
The whole time?
いとこ部屋の様子を伺っていたというのか。
はい、私の耳は完璧です。
Of course it's oh, you have a photographic memory, your ears are perfect. What
バト
what
ラさん
else?
の入室後、直ちに私は部屋の壁に耳をつけ、何か異常が起こらないか監視していました。
But did you like place it like all the time?
あんた、バトラが悲鳴を上げる朝まで何も起こらなかったと証明できると言ったわね。
I like how even Lambda's like, what the fuck?
まさかあんた、
I haven't slept.
朝まで一睡もせずに壁に耳をつけ監視をしておりました。
Damn, you have a lot of time. Everyone was stunned into silence. She put her ear against the wall, and for the entire time until morning, she listened to what was going on in Battler's room. This really does feel like a fanfic kind of solution that I'd expect. Just what would that have looked like? Until dawn, she had killed her breathing in a pitch-black room, clinging to the wall shared with the cousin room, like some kind of creepy venomous sniper clinging to the wall of a darkened room. Pretty much. She can see the future with the roses on her hat too, don't you know? Oh god, Tsuki, I think that would be very in character for her. Like, she gives me the energy of a DeviantArt Wattpad OC self-insert who can just do anything. Burn Castellone was grinning in triumph.
ゲームの進行上から当主の指輪を受け継いだバトラがキーマンになるのは読めていた。私はてっきりバトラが第一の番の犠牲者だと思ってたわよ。はい。ですから我が主の追いつけ通り、朝まで一睡もせずに壁に耳をつけ、異常が起こらないか監視をしておりました。
Oh, okay, so she did it because Burn asked her to. Okay, in that case, it's still a madman kind of
エリカの
reaction.
記憶力は写真並み。
Of course she does.
そして聴力は録音機並み。
What?
エリカの耳をごまかしてジョージたちを殺し、首に傷を刻むなど不可能なことよ。
What's next? Her sense of smell is like on par with a dog? It was impossible for Battler to commit the crime. Alright. Battler is cut out. Oh, we don't have many people left.
探偵権限で認
But
め
if
られ
it's
る
not
能力ね。
Natsuhi, I think the closest one you'd have is... Well, Kraus?
認めざるを得ない。赤で認定するわ。後ろ宮バトラは午前3時にいとこ部屋に戻り、そのまま就寝した。そして事件発覚まで部屋では一切不審なことはなかった。
But is murder something out of the
つ
ordinary?
まりバトラには殺人も死体を傷つけることも不可能だったということ。
Alright. The red from the pair forced Beato to show an expression of considerable anguish. It was only natural. Those red truths not only guaranteed Battler's alibi, but a number of other things as well. First off, it meant the murder was impossible for anyone after 3 a.m. And since the cousins were confirmed to be alive as late as 24 p.m., midnight, the time period of the crime automatically became between midnight and 3 a.m. That meant the alibis for all people who weren't in the guest house before 3 a.m. had also been guaranteed automatically. It is impossible for the crime to have occurred after 3 a.m. Uh-oh, we are in a pinch.
相
Yeah, it does hurt.
エリカは24時以降はずっとゲストハウスにいます。つまり屋敷にいた人物のアリバイを証明することが難しいはずだった。
エヴァたちの動向についてのアリバイ証明は困難を極めたはず。それが逆に簡単に彼らが24時から午前3時までの間ゲストハウスに訪れなかったことを証明するだけで
Okay, I will admit that's an easy way to strike those particular things off. What's up?
とにかく午前3時以前で殺人が可能だと構築するしかあるまい。そしてそれを屋敷の誰かで実行可能だと証明しなくてはならぬ。
The people who had been in the guest house all had alibis. The crime didn't occur before midnight. The crime couldn't have occurred after 3 a.m. In other words, there was no way for the murders to happen unless someone from the mansion committed the crime between midnight and 3 a.m. Is it possible that someone in the mansion committed the crime between midnight and 3 a.m.? That's 3 hours. In order to protect Natsuhi, she had to establish that it was possible for someone other than Natsuhi to commit the crime. Ironically, the witch had to prove that a human had committed the crime.
しかしそいつはなかなか難しい話だな。
Yeah, it is. I'd rather be dealing with Edgeworth in court right now. Hello, Tengu. Hi, HKR. How you doing?
エリカは午前3時までラウンジにいた。そして2階へは、そこを通らずには至れない。つまり事実上ゲストハウス2階の管理人のような状態になってるわけだ。
月並みですが、エリカに知られずに2階へ上がることができれば、犯行は誰にでも可能だと証明できるでしょう。
人間その気になりゃ2階の窓までよじ登ることもできるかもしれねえぞ。
I mean, just as it is possible to jump out of a third floor. Of course, Beato had also thought of striking back that way. And Bergencell must have thought this as well. Good, I'm still waiting for Pokemon Scarlet to be released tonight. Oh yeah, that game is releasing soon. Batman Nanjo Golda Kumasawa.
ゲストハウスのすべての人物に犯行が不可能であることは分かった。しかし、屋敷の人間はどうか。
すでにお話ししておりますし、我が主が私はゲストハウス1階のラウンジにいました。そして2階へ至るにはラウンジを通らなければなりません。つまり私の目に触れずに2階へ至ることは不可能だということです。
それが不可能ではなかったら、例えばゲストハウスの外壁にはしごを立てかけ2階の窓より侵入したとか、ラウンジを通らずに2階へ至る方法は存在するはず。
This track new also.
これならばそなたの目に触れずに犯行現場へ至ることは可能だ。
She's going to say no. I shoved the ladder down. Beato finally struck back. But for now, she'd let Erika take total control and attack her with the red over and over. During that time, Beato's counterattacks with the blue truth had been few in number, even including this one.
当然そう切り返されることは想定済みです。
I totally predict you saying that.
私のラウンジでの見張りが無意味であったことにされてはたまりませんか。そこでまずは私の見張りが完璧であったことを証明しなくてはなりません。まずゲストハウスの構造上、ラウンジにいた私の目に触れることなく2階へ至ることは不可能です。
Alright.
視覚も遮蔽物も一切なく、どのような物理的心理的視覚も存在しません。我が主、復唱要求します。
Alright, cheat
ゲ
button.
ストハウス2階へはラウンジにいた人物に知られずに至ることは不可能。もちろんこれは内部から2階へ至る話だけれど。
グッドです、我が主。さて次はベアトリーチェ教のご公設の外部から至る方法です。こ
Alright.
れには正直困りました。登れそうな木もありますし、はしごを使う手もあるでしょう。雨どいをよじ登って2階に至ることも不可能とは言い切れません。
Yeah, that's true.
これをさせるわけにはいきません。
So I'm going to use the cheat button again.
ほう、させぬとな。ではどうしたというの。まさか夜通しゲストハウスの周りをぐるぐる回って根津番をしたとでも言うのか。
Don't give her ideas.
いや、それはできないよな。そなたはラウンジにいたのだから。ラウンジの窓から見える外は外周の一部に過ぎない。
She's going to be like, I walked in circles in the lounge all the time. After all, having my ear against the wall would be boring.
そうです。私は外壁を2階まで登るあらゆる方法を完全に防ぐことはできません。しかし2階へ侵入することを防ぐことはできました。
Alright.
侵入を防ぐと。
すでに読めている手です。恐ろしい。ここまで必要とは。
That's why we say she's a rat.
ゲストハウスはその構造上、外部から2階へ侵入するには窓を使うほかありません。施錠？どうでもいいことです。ただ窓が、鎧戸が一度も開かれなかったことを保証する。私は黄金の隠し場所に立ち会い、その後ゲストハウスへ戻ってすぐ ラウンジを通過せずにゲストハウス2階へ至ることのできる全ての方法を断絶する工作を開始しました。同じことです。これまでと何も変わらず。あんたまさかゲストハウスの全ての窓にお得意の封印をしたって言い出すの？
How many papers did you
あの天
collect?
気の中その格好で一応漂着時の水着持ってますので。
Your swimsuit.
イかれてやがるぜ。客人として迎えられた家でそんなことをして回るってのか。
普通の人間なら絶対にありえない不審な行為です。
What do you
です
expect?
が彼女は魔女の駒ですから。
In the middle of all that rain, Erika sealed all the windows from the outside to create an alibi showing that no one could have snuck into the guest house from the outside. She climbed up the wall herself and did that to all the windows on the first and second floor. Are you telling me she put on a swimsuit, climbed through the windows, no one noticed? No, to all things that could possibly have permitted entry. Although after hearing that she'd listened to the cousin room all night long without even sleeping a wink, this new bizarre action didn't seem quite so impossible. This had probably also looked like a venomous spider. A disgusting spider crawling over the outside guest house wall during a storm. Oh yeah, a disgusting venomous spider indeed.
あなたという人は我が後ろ宮家を何だと心得ておられるのですか。
I don't know, play
客
toys?
人として迎えた恩も忘れ。
Yes. Yes, because she's a
探
rat.
偵にとって後ろ宮家は事件の舞台以上にも以下にもなりません。
As I was saying.
私にとって事件発生前に重要なことは登場人物の名前を覚えることと知的たる事件に備え各種アリバイの取得準備および工作に専念することです。事件発生前に何の準備もしない探偵は私から見れば三流かと。投留先で人が死ぬと私たちは知っているのだから。
Okay.
そしてエリカは事件発覚と同時に全ての封印が
Did
破
someone
ら
say
れていない
spider?
ことを
Yes.
確認した。
Yes, we did. We said spider. Venomous spider, venomous snake. What's next? That's why it's called magic. I mean,
エリカが死体発見時に一番に
I mean, I
一番
guess.
しなかった理由はそういうことよ。死体なんて見分しなくても赤き真実でいくらでも確定が取れる。
there's probably some magic stuff going on into Erika's brain for her to be this wild.
それより重要なのはアリバイ構築のための封印の確認だった。我が主は完璧です。私は主に命じられたままに全てを完璧に証明しただけです。
Okay.
見事よエリカ。私の分身、私の駒。どうラムダ。これでラウンジでのエリカの見張りはアリバイ構築上絶対の信頼性を持つことが証明されたと思うけど。
Man, there is no way to reach the second floor without passing through the lounge. Alright then. Where does that strike? Is that possible there was a way of reaching the second? Okay, there. Mm-hmm.
認めるわエリカ。あなたの封印は完璧よ。私が赤で認めるわ。ゲストハウス2階へはラウンジを通過しない限り至ることはできず、ラウンジにいたエリカに知られずに至ることは不可能。ありがとうございます、ラブダデルタ卿。
Alright then.
以上により次のことが確定したわけです。大部屋以上により犯行時刻は生存確認をした24時からラウンジで団らんが始まった午前1時までの1時間の間に限定される。
The time of the crime is limited to the single hour between midnight when they were confirmed to be alive and 1 a.m. when our party in the lounge started. She said this in blue. She said this in blue, so I feel like there's merit to
私は
that.
24時にラウンジにおり、そこで南條先生と意気投合し、午前1時まで書庫でミステリー談義にふけっておりました。お恥ずかしながらすっかり熱中してしまっていたため、その間廊下を誰かが通り抜けても私は気づけませんでした。
Is that a trap?
探偵にあるまじき痛恨のミスです。
I feel like that's a trap. After doing all that maneuvering and setting up seals to guarantee a perfect alibi, she became too engrossed in a mystery discussion and left an opening. I think that's a trap. It's bait. It's probably bait. Her relaxed smile was completely shameless, the total opposite of her words. It's bait. I'm telling you it's bait. It almost seems like it's the other way around. It's enough to make you think that this was an intentional trap, see? To make it clear to all that only Natsuhi didn't have an alibi between midnight and 1 a.m.
つまり逆説的に申し上げるとこういうことです。いとこ部屋に至って犯行を行えるのは24時から午前1時までの間にアリバイを失う人物だけということです。
Does Kraus have an alibi during this time? Her eyes clearly hinted that Natsuhi was the only one who fits this description. Bait. It is only possible for the crime to have occurred between 24 and 1 a.m. Hello, hope everyone is having a good time with our favorite witch, Erika. Hi, Umineko, how you doing? Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 things left. It should have been it should have been a crime whose time and location were completely unknown during that long night. But because of the alibis Erika had constructed, it had been limited to the time period between 24 and 1 a.m. Erika left the cousin room at midnight. That marks the last confirmation that George and the others were alive. And after the party in the lounge started at 1 a.m., it was impossible to reach the cousin room by any method.
人間のくせになんてやつ。
A mere cute. I think she's more than that. I think Erika she has a free cheat button, and she's like the Umineko incarnation of fucking Jiren from Dragon Ball, who it doesn't matter what you tell her. Yeah, she's like, and then I suddenly did this, or like, and then I defeat you instantly. Just a playground child who retorts everything you say. That's the energy that she has for me.
まずいですな。
Yes, thank you, husband. It is quite bad. We are in a pickle.
一夜が1時間にまで封じられ、残す容疑者の駒もこの調子ではあとわずかでしょ
ベルンカステル共鳴やるではないか。
私バトラと違ってバカじゃないの。
Thanks.
こんなゲーム5度も繰り返せば手の内は十分だわ。
Okay, that's fair. I must admit she has more brains than me for this too.
それでは改めまして、残りの容疑者、屋敷の人物のアリバイを検証してまいりましょう。何しろ24時から午前1時までのたった1時間の話、もはや難しいことではありません。まず24時の時点、この時点で2階廊下に夏日、クラウス、源氏がおり、それ以外の全員が1階食堂におりました。これはすでに我が主によって赤き真実で示されています。
This has already been shown by my cheat button.
そうよ。24時の時点で
Thanks.
屋敷の2階廊下には夏日とクラウス、源氏がいた。
Okay.
残りは全員1階の食堂。
The rest of them were in the dining hall on the
そ
first
してご
floor.
存知の通り、謎のノックがあって片翼の紋章の手紙が現れた。
Are we going to address this?
そしてそれをめぐって午前1時まで延々と議論が続いたわ。私がそれを赤き真実で語るわ。
食堂の全員は午前1時まで誰一人食堂を退出していない。
Where's Beata's pro gamer move? I have to think when this will happen because the Beata that we are seeing here is just the peace Beato, so it's like it's not even her herself who knows like all the secrets of the game. But she is a peace Beata who knows as much of the secret as much as say Lambda knows. Excluding Natsuhi, Kraus, and Genji, none of the people in the mansion left the mansion before 1 a.m. Alright, then it's down to those three. Since the possible times for the crime had been limited to between midnight and 1 a.m., the adults in the in the family conference who were confirmed not to have left the mansion between midnight and 1 a.m. all had proven alibis.
それをどうやって証明するのか。エリカはゲストハウス。誰かが食堂の扉にお得意の封印でもして証明したというのか。納得のいく証拠も証明もないぞ。
You alright? What do we got?
赤き真実はただ真実であり、証拠も証明も議論の余地も必要ない。あんたが作ったルールよ。
Well, this overbearing red truth had only given alibis to the adults in the dining hall. It also gave alibis to Shannon and Kanon who had come to serve tea, and even guaranteed that they never left the dining hall. In other words, the only ones who didn't have proven alibis were these three, Natsuhi, Kraus, and Genji. No, there were only two left. If Kraus and Genji had their alibis proven, it proves that no one but Natsuhi could have been the culprit.
では次に源氏についてです。
Mm-hmm.
彼は犠牲者ですが、いとこ部屋での犯行に及んだ後、自らも殺された可能性も否定できません。
Yeah.
そして何より24時に2階廊下にいましたが、その後夏日の電話の取り次ぎのため使用人室に戻り孤立します。
Alright. Well, so you're going to tell me he was stuck in the phone call all this time? Oh,
ということは
2 months of UP. Hi, Syntax. Thank you so much for the subscribing. I hope you enjoy the emojis and everything provided, and thank you for the 2 months. Very much appreciated, especially at a time like this. Also, how you doing?
赤で語る。
Welcome, welcome.
源氏は電話の取り次ぎを終えた後、そのまままっすぐ控え室に戻っている。証拠も証明も封印もアリバイもなく、ただ冷酷に真実をね。
そして午前1時、親族会議は再び小休止となり、ローザがゲストハウスへ戻ります。この時、本当に強力に感謝します。後宮エヴァさん、ご起立を。
What did Eva do?
エリカちゃんだけじゃないのよ。
No! You're shitting.
私もきっと今夜何かが起こると思う。
Okay!
彼女こそは私に封印を教えてくれた方。
Yeah, you're right. Someone had to teach her
そ
that.
して私と共に疑わしい人物のアリバイを確かめるために協力してくださいました。
Erika and Eva can just shake hands about using receipts and wasting paper to prove alibis.
私は午前1時の小休止の時、源氏さんの控え室に行き、エリカちゃんと同じ封印をしたの。つまりこれが破られていなかったなら、午前1時から翌朝までこの部屋は誰も出入りできなかったことになる。
Of course, the Eva controlled by these two women in the game board would be... No, actually, this is very canon for
熊
Eva.
沢さん、
This is super canon for Eva. I forgot that all the pieces still act within character, so... Like I said, very in canon forever. She did this in episode 1, so there's no reason to not believe she wouldn't do that.
ご起立を。
Kanon rose expressionlessly, and Kumasawa got to her feet timidly.
お二人は朝、起きてくるのが遅い源氏さんを起こしに行きましたね。
Yeah.
そしてその時、扉に封印がされているのに気づき、それを破いて扉を開きましたね。
はい、何かのいたずらだろうと思いました。
あの時はそんなことは深く気にしませんでした。
感想は聞いてません。事実だけを述べるように封印を破って入室したのですね。
はい。
Was there a seal?
赤き真実でエヴァとカノンと熊沢の今の証言が真実であることを保証するわ。
So Genji was killed before the seal was
エ
put
ヴァは午
in.
前1時に源氏の控室に封印をし、それは
Mm-hmm.
朝の事件発覚時にカノンと熊沢に破られた。面倒だからさらに付け加えるわ。午前1時の小休止で最初に食堂を出たのは
Rosa and Eva.
エヴァが戻るまで食堂の人間は全員その場にとどまっていた。
Mm-hmm.
エヴァはローザを見送った後、控室へ行き封印を行った。無論その際に室内には一切立ち入っていないわ。
The waiting room. Mm-hmm.
これらはすべて関係者からの事情聴取で分かったことです。
Wait, was Genji in the
根
servant
拠な
room?
き赤き真実ではありません。証言から構築された正当な推理による真実です。
Mm-hmm.
証言だけでなく指紋の採取、各種科学捜査、可能な限りを尽くしました。何しろ金蔵さんの書斎はあらゆる薬物の宝庫。赤き真実に限りなく近い究極の真実である各種の調査結果を得ています。
Okay.
サイエンスミステリーではないのでその詳細は割愛しますが。
Okay then. As Erika swaggered around the cathedral, she arrogantly touted her scientific knowledge. She had thorough knowledge of all the chemicals in Kinzo's study and had used them to conduct a scientific investigation. Did we really do a fingerprint investigation, which has now been acknowledged and made into a red truth by a Bernkanstel? She didn't explain the details, but she had obtained results that were convincing even without the red truth. Collecting fingerprints with aluminium powder. There we go. Component analysis of the mud under someone's shoe, and various chemical reactions from clinging rainwater. Jesus Christ! Erika just walked into someone else's study several times and used several chemicals however she pleased, all without asking the family's permit. Wait. How did you get into the study? However, no one could fault her for this. The pieces couldn't hinder any action the detective might take for the investigation. That's the power of the detective's authority.
我が物顔とは
Yeah, how did you get into the study?
次より探偵を名乗る者は決して客人として迎えぬよう出会う者たちに忠告しよう。
それがよろしいかと思います。探偵に雨宿りを許すなんて吹きつきあまりないことなんですから。
Alright, so if you see a detective trying to get into your house, just kill them.
以上から源氏の控室へ至り犯行を行うのが可能なのもまた24時から午前1時までであることが証明されたわ。そしてさらにエリカの調査によって源氏にもいとこ部屋へ至るのが不可能であることが証明されたわ。
Okay. It had already been made clear in red that transferring the phone call to Natsuhi, Genji had gone straight back to the waiting room. And because of Erika's scientific investigation, further red had been added, saying Genji never left the mansion after midnight. Because of this, it's been made clear that Genji couldn't have reached the guest house, much less the cousin room. Genji has an alibi. I didn't think it would have been Genji anyway, so... If it's not Natsuhi, the only one I could think of is Kraus. Kraus is still not here, is he? Oh wait, he is in the trial. Never mind. Okay. So it's down to Kraus and Natsuhi.
残るのは クラウスと夏日だけだわ。
Oh, we dropped new music
これ
as
以外
well.
の全員のアリバイが証明されちゃったじゃない。
We're running out of them statements. Yeah, we are. Well, Kraus has a motive, so Krasi's mouth flapped open and shut like a suffocating goldfish. And that's an accurate analogy. Natsuhi's mind was blank and spinning out of control, and she felt as though she really would suffocate.
後ろ宮夏日、最後にチャンスをあげるの。すべての犯行はあなたの夫の仕業だと自ら告白なさい。
She wouldn't.
私が夫に濡れ衣を着せるような女に見えますか？
Oh, we have a problem. We have a very huge problem.
夏日は拒否したの。
What
そしてあ
now?
なたにも同じチャンスを。分かっているでしょ。それともまさかクラウスが行方不明であるのをいいことに悪魔の証明でごまかしきれるつもりじゃないわよね。
I think they're waiting for this. We have a problem. And the music reflects that. Beata realized that they were rapidly approaching the end of this battle. Normally, Beata should have been able to argue against these alibis of Erika's in several ways, using the brute truth. However, all those alibis had been accepted by Birkenstell and Lambda Delta as red truth. And Beata no longer could have any room to argue. Yeah, well, doesn't feel great.
あの魔女どもがそうなるように曲解してるみてえじゃないか。
Yeah, it does feel like that. It kind of bothers me a little.
ゲームマスターのラムダデルタ教が最後に残った真実に基づかれ、その最後の真実が本当の真実とどれほどかけ離れていようとも。
Oh no, this is bad.
クラウスおじさんが犯人のわけない。おじさんは何者かに監禁されてるんだぞ。いや、そう。夏日おばさんを電話でうまく騙した可能性も否定できないな。
Yep, she didn't
バト
see
ラ
it.
君は夏日とクラウスを疑っていますか？
I mean, Kraus did have an alibi. It's the only
エ
option
リ
we
カ
have
の真
left,
実は
right?
卑劣な構築ですが正当です。
Mm-hmm.
魔女と結託しているとはいえ赤き真実で認められています。つまり嘘だけで構築した偽の真実では断じてありません。
I see.
つまりエリカの真実でも筋が通るのです。夏日やクラウスが犯人という真実も全くありえなくはありません。それが虚構であろうとも筋は通る。
Okay, so are you basically telling me the red truth is not basically 100% absolute?
真実と同じ価値を持った虚構なのです。
Mm-hmm.
その2つの真実のどちらを信じるか、それはバトラ君自身は自ら決めることです。
Alright, Battler.
いや、俺は夏日おばさんとクラウスおじさんを信じるぜ。確かに金でトラブルがあるのは知ってる。だがそれでも俺はおばさんたちが犯人だと信じたくない。いや、信じられない。
これだけ赤で着実に追い詰められたこの場
How
面
do
で
you intend to let her
どう
escape?
やったら
Yeah, that's a good
夏日を逃
question.
がせますか？
If you don't blame Kraus, then how?
わからね
Yeah.
え。だが絶対に屈したくない。夏日おばさんは卑劣な罠にはめられただけだ。
Kinda.
エリカの推理はまさにそれに踊らされたものだから、エリカは意図してかせずしてか本当の犯人の片棒を担いでるんだ。エリカが夏日おばさんを犯人だと告発し、ならばこそ俺だけは夏日おばさんを信じたい。
If everyone believes it's her, will that become the truth? If everyone accepts a lie, will that become the truth? Must an honest person be dragged up to the guillotine all alone and taunted by liars?
俺は嫌だぜ。
I think, weren't we like addressed this sometime in episode 4? Where it was said that... Oh, who told it to whom? I think someone told it to Anje, where it was like, if you believe it to be the truth, then it is the truth for you. Then that is your truth. But if you do not believe, then that for you is automatically a lie. Who was it? Was it Okonogi who talked with her in episode 4? Is the same principle being used here? I remember in Okonogi's case it was something about love, but it very much was about what you decide is the truth for you, but it doesn't necessarily have to be the actual truth.
誰も夏日おばさんを信じないな。むしろ俺が信じてやる。
So I wonder if this will be tackled
本当の真
here.
実は全員が納得したら決まるものじゃない。徹底的に双方の可能性を検討してその上で至るもんなんだ。
Alright.
だからこの法廷は嘘っぱちだ。この法廷は夏日おばさんを犯人だとでっち上げるためにしか存在しない。
ベアとは夏日を必死に弁護していますよ。
違う。ベアトがしているのは抗弁。言い訳でしかない。
She's just defending, yeah.
この法廷では相手の主張に抗うだけじゃ戦えないんだ。
That's also true.
だからかつての俺は一方的にベアトにやり込められていたんだ。エリカに勝つのに必要なのは奴の推理のあらを探すことじゃない。
She has to
奴
attack.
とは異なる別の真実を見つけ出し、それをあのゲームの支配者エリカの真実より正しいと認めさせることなんだ。
Yeah, it's a battle whose truth holds more water.
ベルンカステル教の示した赤き真実に抵触せずに夏日が犯人でない真実を紡ぎ出せますか？
Can we?
わからない。だが俺が夏日おばさんが犯人だと信じない限り絶対に別の真実がある。仮に事件の犯人は魔女ということになってもいい。
My question is this battler peace battler or game board battler?
正しく
Sorry,
真実
peace battler or the other battler from above?
夏日が犯人であるとあなたは信じないのですね。
Yeah.
ああ、物事ってのは常に信じるやつと信じないやつがいるべきなんだ。たとえいくら証拠が積み重ねられようとも誰かが潔白を信じなきゃならない。世の中には証拠じゃ示せない真実なんていくらでもあるはずなんだ。みんながそうだと言うからきっとそうなんだなんてことを俺は二度と受け入れたくない。
How can you be sure that there's nothing on the backside of the moon if you've never seen it? If there's some reason that you have to believe it. Until you see the back of the moon with your own eyes, you can't deny neither the possibility that nothing's there at all, nor the possibility that there's a thriving culture of space bunnies. You should never assume something is the truth until you actually check it. This court is a malicious thing, trying to force a single interpretation on the truth that cannot be checked. I believe there was a civilization on the backside of the moon, but that was in elementary school, and I was made fun of and laughed at. So I thought it was embarrassing to think that a civilization lived on the moon, and I threw away that belief. I've been told that by a book, and my mom read me that rabbits lived on the backside of the moon, so I believed that for a long, long time. But when everyone said it was wrong, I abandoned that truth without even trying to check it. Even without evidence, I abandoned the truth I believed in. And now everyone is starting to believe that Al-Nazi is the culprit, even though no decisive evidence has been shown. Even without evidence, Erika's words sound reasonable, so they are probably the truth? Is that why you're throwing away your belief that Al-Nazi is innocent despite the lack of proof? Save Nazi, please, yes. I feel like if Erika came with this into an Ace Attorney court, she would not be able to hold any water. Because if you remember, in Ace Attorney games, you have to prove everything with evidence without a shadow of a doubt. That's like the whole crux of the game.
本当の真実は否定と肯定の2つの目で同時に見た時にしか浮かび上がらないと奴らが 夏日おばさんが犯人だといくら信じさせようとも、俺は犯人じゃないとそれを捨てない。
わかりました。ではあなたに私から
A
一つ
single red truth.
赤き真実を授けましょ
Give it.
う。私が真の意味で戦う意志を持ったあなたに送るたった一つの力です。
力。
有限の魔女ワルギア、先代の魔女ベアトリーチェとしてあなたに赤き真実を託します。
Alright, give it.
後ろ宮夏日は犯人ではない。
Thank you.
司法取引クラウスが犯人だと認めたなら、エリカは夏日に対する追及を中断。以後は所在不明のクラウスが犯人ということで追及を。どうするベアト。
Battler is going to
こ
come
の
in.
ままじゃ夏日やばいわよ。司法取引を受ける？後ろ宮家の名誉とやらを放棄するなら、ベルンの甘い配慮よ。
Klaus is currently missing, and it's unknown whether he's alive or dead. Like Kenzo, he's no different than a cat in a box that has disappeared into the midst of the island. A cat inside the box is unfixed, and no interpretation of it can be denied. It is the root of the endless interpretations, the true source of the endless witch's power. In other words, no matter how much Bernkansel claims that Klaus is the culprit, she can't make that the sole truth. In other words, the Klaus culprit theory and the witch theory can be in almost perfect balance. It would mean making the game a draw. This was cajolery, offering her a second chance if she abandons the honor of the family she swore to protect, and consents to a fragment that stomps all over that honor. There's no room for false confidence. For Beata to lose is to die. In this game, she should always choose a draw unless she has an overwhelming advantage. What's she gonna do?
夫を犯人呼ばわりなどさせません。夫は後ろ宮家次期当主、後ろ宮家の栄光を受け継ぐ唯一の人間です。その人間に犯罪者の汚名を着せるなど断じて許しません。
Alright, so Battler has to come in.
良いのか夏日、クラウスを疑ることを放棄するなら、もうそなたしか残らぬぞ。そなた以外の全員のアリバイの証明、すなわちヘンペルのカラス、何の証拠もなくそなたを犯人だと断定できてしまう。私しか残らなければ何だというのですか。私は後ろ宮夏日、逃げも隠れもしない。私は潔白です。そして心に片翼のわしを刻む高潔なる当主代行です。
So she too has the will to fight.
私を罵りたければ罵りなさい。あざけりたければあざけりなさい。誰にも虚実で私の名誉を傷つけることなどできはしないのです。
With a dignified voice, Natsuhi stated her case openly before the witches before her. However, this response of hers might be exactly what Birkenstell had intended.
夏日は取引を拒否。ベアトル、分かってるよね。
Oh, she's trying to drive them apart.
夏日が特定された瞬間にラムダは判決を下すわよ。その瞬間に魔女幻想は否定され、あなたはつゆと消える。夏日のくだらない意地に地獄の底まで付き合うつもり。
And there comes Battler.
リーチ、あんたはよく戦ったわ。ここが潮時よ。夏日を説得してなんとかギリギリの妥協策を。
ラムダデルタ教もベルンカステル教も真の敵はお嬢様ではなく退屈そのものです。このゲームをまだ繰り返し遊びたいはず。お嬢様が譲歩するところを見せれば喜んでそれを受け入れ、次のゲームに仕切り直すはずです。
Okay. I don't think she will accept.
次のゲームに仕切り直され、このゲームの夏日を、このかけらの夏日をどうなるというのか。そんなの気にしてる場合じゃないでしょ。
No.
夏日なんて所詮駒よ。このゲームで取り除かれても次のゲームではまた登場するわ。
しかしお嬢様はそういうわけには参りませんと、今回のゲームでベルンカステル教の手の内は分かったはずで
Either
す。
kill her
それを
entirely.
生かし 次回のゲームで勝利を目指す方が現実的です。
I don't know. It feels like both are conspiring.
ここはベルンカステル教の取引に乗るのが唯一無二の上策かと。
I feel like this is exactly what Byrne and Lambda wanted to do from the beginning with Beato. Just keep her alive, just barely, to keep repeating the game over and over.
くだらないプライドは捨てなさい。カスパロフもディープブルーも無敗じゃないわ。最後に勝率で勝者を決めるんでしょ。一つの勝負、一つの人生、一つの駒に魔女死ぬわよ。すまぬな。そういうわけにはいかなくてな。誰もが違うと言っても自分だけは信じる男の強さと、それを捨てなければならなかった男の悔しさをわらわは知っている。わらわはナツヒを見捨てぬ。
Battler.
なぜか誰もがナツヒを疑うのなら、誰かがナツヒを信じねばならぬからだ。真実とは疑う者と信じる者の狭間にこそ見つけ出せるからだ。わらわは見捨てぬぞ。誰もがナツヒを犯人と信じるなら、それでもわらわは魔女が犯人であると主張する。それが主張できるなら、わらわの存在価値などそれまでよ。負けられねえんだ。真実ってのはさ、誰かが否定するもんじゃねえ。自分が疑って捨てた時に消え去るんだよ。
Oh boy.
それがベアトの返事？
Yeah, it is.
ああ、当然拒否よ。後宮クラウスは犯人にあらず。
Oh boy. Uh-oh. We are in a pickle. How are we going to do this then? And once Battler jumping in. Besides Nazi. Battler, do something indeed.
バカ、もう取り返しはつかないわよ。愚か者の短期にふさわしい報いを受けなさい。奇跡の魔女ベルンカステルの名において赤き真実を語るわ。後宮クラウスは犯人ではない。そしてとっくに殺されてるわ。あんたに電話で声を聞かせた直後にね。
Shortly after you heard his voice over the phone. Okay. He's dead. Well, she held it just on the fishing pole, like, all right then, I'll give you just this tidbit of truth, just to be an asshole. Birkenstow cruel and ruthless red blade gouge into Nazi. Yep, asshole move. It was totally merciless. Nazi had been crushed with uncertainty, not knowing whether Klaus was alive or dead, but she had still been capable of believing that he was alive. And now that hope, that expectation had been crushed without any chance for a miracle. She had thrown herself into this trap out of concern for her husband's safety. She had now lost her daughter and husband, and everything she had gained since marrying into the Ushiramiya family. Why is the chapter full of Nazi bullying? Yeah, right? Is that true? It's just, wow, it's a little bit gratuitous at this point. No, even after all this, one thing still remains. If her husband has been lost, then right now she is the last person who can protect the honor of the Ushiramiya family. She still couldn't let it end here. Even wrapped up in so much sadness, Natsuhi would do all she could to protect that honor, with this final bit of strength.
いいえ、これで終わりよ。残りの食堂の人間は全員1時まで食堂を出ていないことは赤き真実で確定
Alright,
している。
Battler, when are you jumping
つ
in?
まりもうナツヒ以外全員のアリバイは証明されてる。
Everyone in the mansion besides Natsuhi has an alibi. All been through. Alright. So how's Battler going to salvage this? And there was the teeth.
見事だったわ。エリカ、ベルンカステル、あなたたちは後宮夏日以外に犯行が不可能であることを証明しきったわ。主文から読み上げようかしら。被告後宮夏日は先に就寝すると偽り自室へ戻るふりをして午前1時までの1時間の間にジョージ、ジェシカ、マリア、ローザ、ゲンジの5人を次々殺害したわ。
主文追加。状況証拠からクラウスの殺害も追加を。
Alright.
そうね。クラウスを殺せるのだってこの状況じゃ夏日主文を訂正するわ。
Oh my
午
god.
前1時までの1時間の間に
They just want to make shit as worse as possible for
マリア、
Natsuhi.
ローザ、ゲンジの6人を次々殺害したわ。殺害可能時間はいずれも24時からの1時間の間だけ。その1時間の間にアリバイを持たない犯行の可能な人物は後宮夏日だけだ。以後ゲームは被告を真犯人として扱い進行。また事件が人間の犯行で完全に証明されたため
Oh my god, the stress is
無限の
high.
魔女ベアトリーチェ当幻想法廷はあんたの存在をここに否定することを宣言するわ。
Except
抗弁の機会があるけど夏日のアリバイを証明できる？もしくは夏日以外が犯人の可能性を示せる？それさえできれば夏日は黒ギリギリのグレー止まり。あんたの存在否定は今回は保留されるけど。
if Natsuhi had an alibi, Beato would have shown it long ago. In fact, wasn't the whole point of that trap to make her lose her alibi?
アリバイの証明などなくともわらわは夏日の無実を信じるぞ。そなたらが偽りの真実をどう決めつけようとな、わらわこそが真犯人である。夏日は無実である。たとえ証拠がなくとも。
真相はロッケン島の夜の主黄金のベアトリーチェだけが知っています。
Battler sure is taking his sweet time, huh?
私は後宮夏日夫なき今私が後宮家の当主です。我が心いかなる恥ずかしめにも口けることがありません。それはなぜかお父様が私に心に片翼のわしの紋章を刻むことをお許しくださったからです。私の心臓に刻まれた紋章と名誉をあなたの証拠とアリバイとやらはどうできません。私の心に刻まれた後宮家の紋章は不滅なのです。
Now that Natsuhi and Beatrice had practically been placed on the guillotine, they cried out with all their strength of their determination. However, that did nothing but bring a cold smile to Ramba Delta's face. Erika had constructed a truth that Ramba Delta could accept, and no one could construct a more convincing truth to deny Erika's. In that case, the most convincing truth would swallow up everything else and become the one and only truth, even if it happened to be different from the real truth. The truth of those in the past is swallowed up by the truth of those in the future. This can happen even for a mixture of truth and lies, as long as everyone acknowledges it as true. Yep, there we have it.
よく吠えること。私は魔女が火あぶりになるときは命乞いを泣きわめく子が一番好きよ。あんたみたいな虚勢を張るのが一番興ざめなの。だからその虚勢を打ち砕く赤き真実を私からの最後の贈り物としてあげる。
何ですか？
よせベルンカステル卿。
What you going to
もは
do?
やそなたの望んだ真実で上書きされるであろうが、その真実と夏日の真実は相入れるはず。
Is she going to just delete the
怪我さないで
Beato?
やってくれ。頼む。
She's going to do it because Bird is a bitch. She's a little asshole. And there it is.
金蔵があんたの心に片翼のわしを刻むことをいつ許したっての？あんたの妄想の中の金蔵の言葉でしょうが、本当の金蔵はね、あんたを心の底から信頼、あんたに紋章を許そうと思ったこともただの一度もないわ。
Well, just to be a little shit, she said that. When that heartless announcement was made, Kinza stood up.
夏希、耳を貸すでない。 そなたの心に刻まれた紋章は誰にも汚
Stay
されぬ。
hydrated. Thank you, Argo. I will do that.
そなただけのものだ。後ろ宮家の最後の当主としての誇りを永劫に忘れるな。夏日。
Thanks, witches man, indeed.
やかましいわ。消えなさいよ、夏日のゲロカス妄想。
And he's gone. And there he goes.
消せぬ、消せぬぞ、我が魂は。夏日が心に紋章を刻み続ける限りな。
この嘘つき幻想が。本当の金蔵はそんなことを言わないわ。夏日によって美化された、夏日にとって都合のいい夏日の中の妄想の金蔵。
So how slow is Battle going down those stairs? And he's dead. A bright red flash of lightning smashed Kinzo over and over again as he screamed. And there he goes. Then he crumpled like a doll and sat back down in his chair as though nothing had happened. The fierce emotion had left Kinzo's face. He had truly become like a wax model. And slowly he would never again share kind words with Natsuhi. Ouch. That's very mean. That's right. The true Kinzo never once trusted Natsuhi during his entire life. The true Kinzo was a little shit. Never once considered allowing Natsuhi to bear the one-winged eagle. I'm sorry, he was a big shit. Because of course, Kinzo had already vanished before the start of the game. The Kinzo that appears in this game is nothing more than Natsuhi's delusion. Every part of this Kinzo, who believed in Natsuhi and trusted her with protecting the family honor, was a phantom. Created by Natsuhi. Okay. Jeez. This is painful to read. Kinzo is indeed the worst, but damn. No, he didn't. Not only did he not entrust her with that, he never even said hello. Or met her gaze even once. Damn, what an asshole. Jesus. As if we didn't stomp on Natsuhi enough. Natsuhi's cry was a mixture of sadness and many other emotions, and it echoed throughout the cathedral. Battler, can you please hurry up? Natsuhi could no longer stop her tears. Some last faint element that had cheered her up until today, that had allowed her to endure as an Ushiromiya, as the wife of the head's representative, and as the final family head, had been torn to bits. Natsuhi no longer had anything left. Natsuhi could no longer allow herself to even call herself an Ushiromiya. Those difficult days, those painful days. Those days where she still gave everything she could for the family she'd married into despite it all. The very few happy days among these. And of those flitted through her mind one after another. And disappeared. And all those once beautiful memories were then crushed by Bernconstell's red truth. Smashed to bits and scattered. Plunged deep into her hands and smeared with red with a mournful blood. It was the red of sadness and truth.
以上です。ただ事件がそこに存在するだけで、フルトエリカはこの程度の推理が可能です。いかがでしょうか、皆様方。
Yeah, I think it's very sad, tragic, and very mean. Unnecessarily mean. Lampa Delta clapped. Then a bit later, Brincastel also clapped, looking pleased. This game is rigged! Why are you clapping? It's rigged! The expressionless wax-lit figure like our audience followed suit, and the unshakable verdict was welcomed with a grateful applause. And so the truth of this tale was decided. It's rigged! Rigged, I tell you! Battle, where the fuck are you? Hurry! Right now, no humans exist on this island except for those in this parlor. And with one exception, it has been shown that none of them have committed murder. And the culprit is among these people.
Oi, oi, となると決定的じゃねえか。
魔女が犯人で魔法で殺人を犯したわけでない限り、ね。
The sad music, yes, and oh god.
あんたがジョージを、主人を殺したの？どうしてよ？どうして？私は殺していません。私は何も。
Battler, you took fucking long! In a panic and with a voice that was far from calm, in a manner that was, to put it coldly, unsightly, Natsuhi denied the suspicion placed upon her. Now that we know that they said the red truth that she was the culprit, however, there was no longer any way around it. She stood up, brushed back her long hair, pointed at Natsuhi, and said it one more time. Red-faced and tear-streaked, Eva walked up to Natsuhi. Sorry, I accidentally skipped her voice line, I didn't mean to. Eva walked up to Natsuhi and grabbed her by the collar. Then wordlessly she slapped Natsuhi's cheek. Natsuhi had never been slapped in her life, was shocked by the taste of iron which was feeling for the first time. Wow. It turned into a scuffle between Eva and Natsuhi. Battler immediately tried to stop them, but Eva planted a sharp knee into Battler's gut and doubled over. Jeez. The red truth didn't specifically say Natsuhi is the culprit. Exactly! Virginia even gave the truth that she's not the culprit. Sobbing, Eva kicked Natsuhi, who had fallen to the ground, over and over. Battler tried once more to cut in and stop them, but she was brushed aside. Again! And after that, no one tried to stop them. Repeating her son and husband's name over and over, Eva kicked Natsuhi, ow, and kicked her. Then she started grabbing whatever her eyes fell upon and throwing it. Natsuhi was hit with a steaming teacup and a can of black tea whose leaves fell out all over her. Jesus Christ! Holy shit! She was kicked, her hair pulled up and dragged up, her cheek slapped so many times that it started to swell. Yuppie! Hi Kumamaru, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Oh, this is brutal. Seems like I'm just in time for some drama. Good to see you. Yeah, you have come in just as some violent drama is happening. No one tried to stop it, thanks. It wasn't because they were worried about Eva kicking them too. It was because they thought it was an appropriate act of retribution for a person who had lost her beloved son and husband. But she didn't do it! A proper retribution. A proper truth. Everyone in the parlor accepted that Natsuhi was the culprit. Oh boy. They accepted the truth Erika claimed. So it became a proper truth and Natsuhi was designated as the proper culprit. She had already lost a husband and daughter who might have protected her. And even Kinzo, who should have given her a final bit of strength, had already vanished like a bubble in the ocean of delusions. No longer would anyone protect her. No longer would anyone believe her. She was now the true culprit. Eva's shoulders heaved with her heavy breathing. Apparently her anger still hadn't abated. Erika patted her shoulder and made Eva take a step back. Oh, thanks. Of course you could do that. Of course this wasn't to protect Natsuhi from violence. It was to further humiliate Natsuhi now that she had been branded as the culprit.
Natsuhi-san, 私は3つの謎の2つを解きました。フーダニット、 ハウダニット、そして最後の謎。ホワイダニットは犯人が自ら告白しなくてはならないと決まっています。どうかミステリーのルールに従い告白を。
But she didn't do
これ
it!
が三流ミステリーなら、そろそろ夏日さんが高笑いを始めて悲しい過去話を始めるタイミングなのですが、まさかそれまで私がしなくてはなりませんか？
Except you would know.
犯人じゃありません。誰か信じて。
But you can confess the other things, right?
何者かに夫を人質に取られ脅迫されて罠にはめられただけなんです。
Natsuhi, with her hair a mess and her face red and tear streaked, protested to everyone, but no one met her gaze, because it had already been resolved that Natsuhi was the culprit, because Lambda Delta had the knowledge that the culprit of the tale was Natsuhi and had woven it that way. None of the pieces would pay any heed to Natsuhi's to the culprit's words.
ナツヒは犯人ではない。我こそは黄金の魔女そなたらが夜の闇に怯えた年頃よりはるかに前から君臨する六軒島の夜の支配者。なぜわらわの罪とせぬか。なぜナツヒを疑うのか。わらわを認めよ。すべてはわらわの犯行ぞ。人間が犯人ということなど断じてあってはならぬわ。
The illusion of the witch had already been crushed, and Beato's voice didn't reach anyone. The verdict had already been made. Everything had been decided.
聞こえてないわよ。あんたは幻、ただの幻想。お帰りなさい。ただの肖像画に金像の幻想を親族が共有することによって生まれた儚い幻の魔女。それがこの世界の選んだ真実なのよ。さあ大ラムダデルタ教、この魔女を語るおこがましき愚かな幻想を今こそ葬り去りたまえ。
Except?
さようならベアトリーチェ。あなたを魔女にしたのは私のお友達になれるか、私の退屈を紛らわしてくれるか、そしてあなたは期待に応えてくれたわ。
Oh boy.
後者だね。
Oh god, Big Oof taking away Beato's ability to captivate her audience. Yeah, it's a big win. Big loss.
わらわは魔女であるわ。ラムダデルタ教に認められずとも魔女であるわ。
Batter taking his sweet as fuck
私
time.
が後見人にならなかったらそれを信じることもできなかったくせに。さあ、あなたはこれでゲームオーバーよ。あなたを葬る方法はあなたのゲーム版のルールに従ってあげる。あなたのゲームでは敗者はどうなるんだっけ。
Oh my god.
すでにベアトが過去のゲームで一度生きた肉の塊にしてヤギの晩餐会に放り込んで食い散らかされるのよ。
Ay, ay, ay,
さ
ay.
し最後だわ。高慢ちきなあんたの断末魔が聞きたくてはるばるこんなところまでやってきたのだから。
Once again, Batter taking 50 billion years to help. One by one, a massive number of goat attendants slipped out from the shadows of the pillars and began to fill the cathedral. The goats paid no attention to Natsuhi, who was seated in the center, but the crowd completely enveloped her. From Beato's point of view, up on the balcony, it probably looked like a huge boiling pot of goats. Oh boy. We're gonna get Batter riding in the horse to sweep Beato away. I wish! I hope he hurries the fuck up. I've already waited long enough. It is to be expected. Battler is incompetent after all. It's true. He can't even be competent enough to come in time.
そうであるな。もとよりそういう契約であったな。
そうよ。あなたが私を楽しませることができなくなったらその身をもって私の退屈を慰めるのが私たちの契約。
Oh boy.
さあ、その女から魔女の座を奪い、ヤギの釜へ放り込みなさい。
Suddenly there were goats standing right behind Beato. They lifted her up roughly. Oh man.
良い悲鳴を聞かせてね。あんたはこの日のために寝かせてきたワインよ。
ならば それを聞かせぬのがわらわの最後の一子であるわ。やった、言わせたそれを捨て台詞にしてくれる子が聞かせてくれる悲鳴が最上級なのよ。もちろんベアトリーチェ
The goats carrying Beato no longer viewed her as their master. After holding her above the pot of clambering goats, which were snorting heavily in anticipation, they threw Beato's slender body into the air. All at once the squirming goats faced the heavens and raised their arms. It was almost as though they would be able to forget their pain for just a short while by devouring her flesh. Well, Baron being thirsty for Beato, please don't drink her blood, that's kinda gross. As she flew through the air, Beato tried to smile boldly, but it was so stiff that it seemed even more pathetic, much to Baron Constell's amusement. I'm not liking this. When Beato fell into the pot, the goats caught her. Of course they didn't do it gently. The arms of the countless goats pulled her at her flesh to try to keep it for themselves. They tried to tear her to bits. Beato is taking too long. It didn't have to be flesh. Hair, fingernails, shoes, even bits of her dress were just fine. Oh my god. No, I don't want to see this. The mouths of those goats were the gateways into hell. However, Beato was too big to enter into the gateway, so they had to chew and tear her into bits small enough to fit into... They're really making me go through this? Beato let out a bold laugh. She laughed from inside the pot of goats. However, her expression was very different from the one she had wanted. It wasn't an expression not of a witch, but of a single human yelling in her death throes. We are all Kinzo. Ooh, Beatrice! Oh, finally. Then the sea of goats parted. Draenor leapt forward, slicing all the goats in her path with a single flash of her longsword. It was a clean slice, like cutting through butter. The goats were surprised by Draenor's sudden appearance and stepped back. Okay, why is she here? But I don't think she came to save Beato, or did she? In the center, Beatrice cowered in tatters, sobbing. What's up?
恐れながら申し上げます。この判決に意義のある者がおります。
Finally!
そやつの名は後ろ宮バトラです。
Maybe she came for a snack? Yeah, for a little snack, a little goat snack. Finally! Jesus fucking Christ! You took your sweet time, you hacker! Oh my god. My blood pressure is like up there. But thank fuck he's finally here. All the goats stared at Battler.
当法廷の判決に何が不服で
Talketh!
再審請求にふさわしい新しい証拠を真実をお持ちなのでしょうね
Yes, he does. I get it. Draenor is offering me a helping hand. If she hadn't jumped in here, it'd be all over. And now I fully understand how I'm supposed to fight. But because I understand how, I am unable to fight right now. After all, I can't win by simply countering Erika's truth. If I want to deny her truth, I'll need to present a different one. And I still don't have a clue what that truth is. Just do it like Phoenix, right? He pulls shit out of his ass and it works, and then he proves that some other guy is the culprit. I believe in you, Batter. You too can be a Phoenix, right? Just objection and pray, indeed. Also, this track is really cool. I like how it has the similarity to Golden Slaughter.
しかし全ての法廷は真実を決定するのに刻限を設けます。そしてその刻限までに至れぬ真実はもはや真実とはなり得ないのです。
Got it. Yeah, I know that. By now, everyone is certain that Natsuhi is the culprit. It might be too late now, even for the real truth. Just do it! Eva's violence will probably go unstopped, and no one is even thinking about protecting our Natsuhi. It's no longer a situation where we can say, oh, the truth will eventually be found. And in this world, the time remaining to expose the truth is very short. It's already midnight at the game's end. The police won't come. The truth won't be revealed. Only the truth decided upon here and now will remain. I object on the grounds that it's devastating to my case. Yes! that can work! It's a banger track indeed. Alright. A rematch time? I slowly stood up. Walked in front of Beato and faced Lanor. I have no plan. Fuck, I don't know the truth. Fuck! However, if I don't jump in now, I won't get another chance to fight. True. I read news by Erika's group is mercilessly strict. I seriously doubt that I can put together a truth where Natsuhi isn't the culprit without violating that red. Just wing it, you can do it. Oh, please help her. Just wing it, you can do it. I believe in you. All right.
やはりお姫様の処刑にはナイトが現れないと面白くない。そしてその眼前で弾頭を見せてやるのに勝るものなし。
He's got that wing on his label for a reason. Professional winging it. Indeed, correct.
用済みのプレイヤーたちをまとめて葬り去りなさい。
We still have episodes 6, 7, and 8, so it's not going to happen. I believe in him. Alright, rematch time. The only reason Erika's theory is so strong is because of those seals. She was given red so quickly just because Lambda Delta easily bought the alibis created by those seals. But the seals aren't red truth. Just taking paper and door crack is far from perfect. There's no way something like that can prove anything with certainty. Nox's expression gets me every time. They're good expressions. And hype music indeed. Oh, I think you're just going to give him more food fuel. That sounds delicious, actually. Lambda Delta at least has a bit of taste. Are we going with that? No, that's probably not going to be solid. The blade on my blue truth should have slashed diagonally through Brano's chest, but Brano's expression didn't budge in the slightest, and there wasn't a single wound on her chest, because that doesn't hold water. Oh, what is it? Erika once again held up a thing that looked like brown paper. Packing tape! What?
それにさらに切れ目、扉と枠部の3箇所に
What the fuck?
模写不可能な私のサインにて割り印がしてあります。よって痕跡を残さずに剥がすことも貼り直すことも一切できないわけです。
What the hell? Okay,
抜刀申請石鹸
this feels like she pulled it out of her ass, like a kindergarten child who's like, actually.
承認。以上に封印の完全性が保証されました。
Yep, I'm telling you, we're fighting a fucking
ミ
Jiren.
スエリカの封印は何者にも破れ
And the
ず
section
ご
is
まかすことは
impossible.
できないのです。
I would have been fine if it was just paper, but oh my god. I mean, duct tape makes sense, so
は認めよう。
I'll buy it. It's just that she pulls it out like, oh, actually.
だがエヴァおばさんがした源氏さんの部屋の封印は違うはずだ。
Don't tell me she got packing tape too.
エヴァの封印もミスエリカの封印と同
So
一
why
な
did
の
she have duct
この
tape?
封印方法はミスエリカとエヴァが
Why
男
did she
性
have
後に共同
packing
で
tape?
考案したものだからです。
Okay. Okay, then that's
エリ
fine.
カは科学捜査に用いるとか言ってじい様の部屋の薬物をいろいろと漁ったな。
How did she get
その
in?
薬物の中に例えば溶剤があったか
No,
もしれ
how
ない。
the fuck
それ
did
を
she
使え
get
ば
in?
爪の痕跡を残さずにきれいにガムテープを剥がすことも可能かもしれない。
Girl, how did she get in there? With what key?
緊急慎んで
Or did you just go through the window?
すべての封印はいかなる方法でも痕跡を残さずに剥がすことは不可能。
Alright, we're going through the whole army.
金券慎んで申し上げる。
Yes,
すべて
Cornelia.
の封印には不審な一切の痕跡はなきにけり
Mm-hmm.
以上により封印に何らかの工作が行われたことがな復唱要求。喜んで
Yes, cheat button.
エリカとエヴァのすべての封印を剥がすなどの封印の機能を損なわせる一切の工作はなかった。
Yeah, I didn't think this through.
あちこちベタベタと張りやがって。
Ranur isn't my only enemy. There's also subordinates Gertrude and Cornelia. And also Erika and her master Bern Constel. And even Lamba Delta, the one who hijacked Beato's game. Everyone in this cathedral is a fucking enemy. I'm telling you, this game is rigged. Alright. That fierce rush of red immediately repelled my feeble truth. It's obvious why. I don't have any alternate truth yet. Even at this final stage, I have nothing.
封印の議論だけで終わりですか？
Is that it?
全力で来る約束です。
Rigged! If I only knew a truth that could prove all Nazis' innocence. If I only could make a theory that weaves its way through Erika's red. Damn it, I don't know anything! Aye aye.
勝ち目はあるのか。
家に忘れてきた。
I left it at home!
取りに戻っていいか。
わらわはすでに負けたの。覚悟はできている。
お前を殺すのが俺の約束だ。だから俺以外の奴がお前を殺すことを許しはしない。俺は約束を絶対に破らない。
嘘だな、そなたの約束など。わらわはもう二度と信じぬぞ。
俺がお前に何の約束をして何の嘘をついた。
Oh, are we going to address the unforgotten, the forgotten sin? Are we going there?
そなたの言葉でわらわは地獄を受け入れられるというもの。
Oh, are we going there?
殺せわらわたちを。ベルンカステル、ラムダデルタ。
Beat let out a shrill cry, overcome with laughter. It was a broken laugh, and tears streamed down her cheeks. Beatrice's words would no longer reach her ears. She kept on laughing insanely like a broken record. Oh, I feel like Beatrice's sin is the answer to everything.
やはり失望です。後ろ宮バトラ
殺してくれドラノール。わらわをバッサリとその赤きたちで真っ二つに。
ゲストハウス2階へラウンジを
Oh my god, he's trying.
X を勝て。エリカは窓やらを封じたと主張しているが、侵入可能な全てを封印できたことは証明できていない。エリカに派遣できなかった侵入口 X を封印できなかった可能性がある。
No. Come on. You can do better than that, Battler.
秘密の通路の存在を禁ず。
Yep.
ミスエリカは探偵として全ての侵入口を封印し探偵に発見できない通路は秘密の通路です。よってミスエリカに発見できない侵入口は存在しないのです。
ラウンジのエリカの見張りが完璧でなかった可能性の提示。エリカは2時間を過ごす間、片時も目をそらすことなく監視し続けたのか。わずかの隙を突きラウンジを少なくともエリカの目にだけ触れずに通過することは可能かもしれない。
What's this?
銀形慎んで申し上げる。ラウンジでのエリカ卿の見張りは完璧なり、わずかの隙も油断も1秒の見落としもなきにけり。
But can't she like turn 360 all the time?
よってラウンジでの会合中、2階へ上がりしはローザのみなり。
Oh, okay, so this is like in the mansion. Never mind. Or?
そのローザおばさんは本当にローザおばさん本人
No,
だ
no,
った
no,
の
we're talking about the guest house. Sorry, I'm getting confused myself.
ローザおばさんに変装した可能性、もしくは彼女が実は大きな旅行カバンなどを持っていて、その中に誰かが隠れていた可能性もある。
Oh, I've seen that happen before, but I don't think it's the case here. And that's also done.
ノックス第10条。手がかりなき他の登場人物への変装を禁ず。何者かがローザに変装することを示唆する伏線は存在しません。また彼女が人間を隠蔽できる荷物を所持していなかったことをエリカは確認しています。
夏日おばさんは何者かに脅迫されていた。招かれざる未知の客人 X が真犯人なんだ。どうしてこの島には俺たちしかいないと断言できる。真犯人は俺たち以外に存在するんだ。
Oh boy.
ノックス第1犯人は物語当初の登場人物以外を禁ず。
毒物での遠隔殺人かもしれない。その死ぬと首に切れ込みができるような不思議な薬だ。
Okay, that's
それは
a
遅効性で
reach.
アリバイがありながら
No, 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 Battler, no. You can do better than this. I believe in you.
ノックス第4未知の薬物および難解な化学装置の使用を禁ず。
いとこ部屋や源氏さんの控室に
No, come on, you can do better than
それは
that.
未だ発見されていない秘密の仕掛けで。
ノックス第8条。
If cat, I feel like the mystery here, maybe Battler will have fuel to fight. If Natsuhi finally confesses about the baby,
提示されない手
you
が
know,
か
the
り
one
の
who's
解決を
threatening
禁ず。
her right now. I feel like that's the trump card that Battler finally needs. That and his forgotten sin. I feel like those two will be key for him to solve this, but someone needs to say something.
とにかく 夏日おばさん以外に真犯人がいるんだ。
Yes, there is one.
それを否定するなら登場人物全員について赤き真実で犯人でないと負傷してみろ。
Not like that. The first part was plausible, but the last one.
第6探偵方法に偶然と第6巻の使用を禁ず。
夏日おばさん以外の全員にアリバイだと。一人抜けてるぞ。エリカ自身のアリバイは誰がどうやって証明するんだ。
Okay, that's a weak one.
ノックス第探偵が犯人であることを禁ず。
Man, I call that plot
現
armor.
行犯でない限り夏日おばさんが無実である可能性は常に否定できないはず。エリカの未発見の証拠 X によって無実が証明できる未来の可能性までを否定できるのか。
That's another note rule, isn't it?
ノックス第提示されない手がかりでの解決を禁ず。
Evidence.
この物語は悪意ある虚実に満ちている。
I mean, it is, but
夏日おばさんを陥れようと物語自体が罠になっている。公正な真実だけで物語を再構築するべきだ。
ノックス第旧観測者は自分の判断解釈を主張することが許される。
okay.
俺が犯人で例えば24時以降にジョージの兄貴たちが死ぬように遅効性の毒を盛り、その後午前3時に戻った俺が音もなく首を切断した可能性。聞き耳のエリカに聞かれないくらいに静かに。
That's hard.
ノックス第提示されない手がかりでの解決を禁ず。
みんなは自殺なんだ。
No.
だから犯人は存在しない。
Oh my god, Battler, please. I know you can do better than this. This is, oh my god.
緊急慎んで申し上げる。
I mean, I don't blame him because he doesn't know those two very crucial facts, right? The one about Nazi getting threatened and he doesn't remember this sin of his.
死体をエリカ自身が検視したわけじゃあるまい。
Someone has to remind
探偵以
him.
外の人間は検視を誤る可能性があるはず。
緊急慎んで申し上げる。すべての死体は決して検視を誤らぬものと知りたてますれ。
なら身代わりしたいということもあるかもな。犠牲者たちとよく似た死体をあらかじめ用意してあったんだ。
登場人物以外の死体は登場しないと知りたまえ。
ならどうして死体のないクラウスおじさんが死んでると宣言できるんだ。
I mean,
ノ
yeah.
ックスの第何条だかに違反するんじゃねえのか。
赤き真実はただ真実であり、証拠も証明の必要もないと知りたてますれ。
Oh my god. We are in a pickle. The question would be how exactly are you going to prove this person that was threatening Nazi that with that as basis, who are you going to it's clear that it's someone who we know. The question is whom? My crackhead theory is that it's Shannon, or at least related to Shannon in some way. Because, okay, I know it said that she's like 16 or whatever. But hear me out. First, Battle has mentioned in episode 3 that he promised to come back for Shannon. Didn't he? That he'd come back on like a white horse and see you again, something like that. Plus, we had the very crucial fact that Shannon was the one person who knew what's Nazi's favorite season. This was a clue deliberately left for us by Nazi herself. This is why I'm like, maybe the culprit is Shannon. The thing is that how does that relate to Beato is my question. But I guess I'll see. In the face of these insane arguments, any attempts to overturn the truth where Al-Nazi is treated as the culprit are completely meaningless. I feel like Bato can only get out of this pickle if he remembers. He needs to remember. Or Nazi needs to confess at least that part. If Kraus is dead to begin with, then the person who was threatening her has gone against their deal, right? So what else is left there to confess? Nazi can give a truth away, like this one truth away to absolve her from this particular crime, right? I mean, being a baby killer is not really a very comforting truth to give out. But you know, each time I brandish my desperate blue truth, Glanor and the other red truths knocked me down the floor. It was getting hard to even stand back up again. Does that mean my body is telling me that I'm about to surrender to the truth where Al-Nazi is the culprit? The red truth is getting more and more perfect. Each time I think I can slip through a chink in their armor, Glanor smacks me down with the red longsword of Nox. Beato can't even laugh anymore.
もういいんだよ。バトラー、これでようやく。わらわを。
This is tough to watch indeed. And 5D chess becomes too real. Yep. I don't want to see Beato like this. Her majesty as the ruler of the Golden Land, her enthusiasm as my rival, are completely gone. She's just a pitiful woman who's been trampled all over and lost all hope, with tears streaming down her face and a tragic smile that I can't bear to look at.
あなたの真実はもはや存在しないのですか?
No. I have one. Last thing. What is that?
それは夏日が犯人でない異なる真実なのですね。
That's not it. All I can do is prove that Al-Nazi isn't the culprit. After that, I can show what the real truth is at all.
しかしそれでもベアトだけは助かるかもしれねえ。
Oh?
どうして？
俺は夏日おばさんが断じて犯人ではないと示したが、異なる本当の真実を示せない。エリカの真実を無産させれば事件は闇に戻り、お前の生きる余地もあるだろう。
Oh, so we're attacking Erika's truth after all?
それができたならね。でも、もし新しき真実が示せないなら、あんたはもうプレイヤーとして無能の用なしよ。このゲーム版から永遠に消えてもらうわ。
At this point, the game master is Lamba Delta, and she is there too. This probably doesn't mean losing a single game, but being banished from this game for all eternity for losing. From what the witches have said in the past, I can faintly imagine the place Peaches are sent to when they're banished. It's known as the Depths of Oblivion, an eternal darkness that lies on the far side of an eternal oblivion and where there is no concept of life or death. I'm going to disappear, aren't I? However, Beato will remain. As long as Beato remains, no matter how suspicious Al-Nazi is, there will always remain a space for the witch to be the culprit. In other words, room for Al-Nazi not to be the culprit. As long as that space exists, someone will eventually expose the truth. It doesn't have to be me. Anyway, eventually someone will smash this fake truth to pieces. I understand that the time had come to abandon myself for the sake of this other person who would eventually appear, for the sake of the real truth. Who is that?
どうやらお前を殺すって約束を俺はやっぱり破っちまうみてえだな。
嫌だ。わらわだけ生き残らせるな。そなたと共に。それがわらわへの最後の手向けとなるのだ。
She refuses.
頼む。その願いだけ叶えてくれれば他には何もいらないから。
Let's go. What's
名残
your...
はつきましたか。やはりあなたには失望です。後ろ宮バトラー。
What's up?
とっ
What's he
と
got?
と引導を渡してください。夏日さんの罪を暴く私の独壇場が残ってますので。
Oh, are we going there?
本当に面白いわ。ベアトリーチェ、後ろ宮バトラー。
でももう飽きたわ。私たちのゲームにもうあんたたちは必要ないわ。おやりなさい、ドラノール。
これでおしまいです。最後の力がまだあるなら、せめて最後にそれを振り絞って見せてください。
Alright. It's small, but it's a sparkling red truth. The last trump card Virgilia gave me. Erika, this takes your theory back to square one.
できるものならどうぞ。
くらいやがれ。後ろ宮夏日は犯人にあらず。
We got it! The red truth is simply truth with no evidence or proof needed. This will make Nildranor stagger. Even if that's all it does, it's the first and last strike I can make. Oh. Okay.
ノックス第2次鑑定方法に超自然能力の使用を禁ず。
What? Oh, come on! Huh? My red truth was blown away by Dranor's red sword. Oh no, this is just cheating.
この法廷で魔女以外が赤き真実を語るなら、それにふさわしい証明を構築してちょうだい。
Oh my god.
その手順を踏んできたはずよ。
It's true, Erika hadn't used her red herself even once so far. She always had Bernkenstyle Witch repeat her statements.
あなたのその赤き真実はあなたが自分で手に入れたものではないわ。超常存在から授けられた、すなわち推理ではない、でたらめな思いつきと同じということよ。
In that case, if I have Virgilia say the red truth, where is Virgilia? She's being intentionally kept out, isn't she?
あなたがその赤き真実を掲げるには、それにふさわしい構築が必要で、それが示せるのですか？
No, it's impossible. I just have the truth that Natsuhi isn't the culprit. Without any basis or evidence. Oh fuck. We have a problem.
なあ、本当の真実なんて儚いんだよ。本当の真実なんて存在するのか、そしてそれは必要なものなのか。なくてもこうしてバトラー。
さあバトラー、あなたの示した赤を証明するのです。それができないならお別れです。
We are fucked. A little off topic, but all the voices are so great in this game. They are! The voice acting is fantastic.
お別れだ。すまねえ。ベアト。
言うな。わらわに今日まで付き合ってくれて。
Oh boy.
こんな血まみれの物語であったが、楽しかったぞ。
それではこれにて当法です。
Die to death? Death, die to death? Is someone messing with text-to-speech? I think so. Dranor, I think you're glitching out. Die the death? Yes. Equalizer is the death. And there we go. Die the death. Can we get someone to turn her off and on again? I think we will do that soon. Alright. With that, the trial for the 5th game ended. The detective Furudo Erika accused the culprit Ushiromi Natsuhi. There are 3 riddles that the detective must explain. The first is a whodunit. Who is the culprit? As previously stated, it is now Ushiromi Natsuhi. The second is the howdunit. How did they carry out the crime? During the hour between midnight on October 4th, 1986 and 1 AM the next day, Ushiromi Natsuhi went to the cousin's room on the 2nd floor of the guest house and the servant waiting room on the 1st floor of the mansion. There she carried out the murders. It is only possible for the crime to have taken place during that hour. And for that 1 hour, alibis have been proven for all characters except Natsuhi. Oh boy, he doesn't look good. From the sky, a massive red longsword, even greater in size than the one Dranor held, came crashing down like a thunderbolt, piercing through Battler's heart and pinning him in place like he still stood. In that instant, Beatrice became a golden splash and faded away, and their former minions disappeared as well. It is just Battler. As the heartless witches looked down at the cathedral center, laughing coldly, all that remained was Battler with the red longsword sticking through him and Dranor. I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Battler, I know you're dying, but I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Throw a sensu bean. Oh yes, I think that will definitely help. Come on, take the sensu bean, Battler. So did I. Can someone tell him? Battler blew bubbles of blood and closed his eyes slowly and died. But if Battler dies, then who is going to be the protagonist for the next 3 games? Dranor stared on in silence, then turned on her heels when she saw his life leave him. After that, all that remained was the corpse of this sorrowful man, pierced by the sword that acted as a massive red grave marker, and lit by the faint glow let in from the cathedral skylight. Well, that doesn't look good, does it? And then there is a third riddle the detective must uncover. The final riddle, the why done it. Why did they commit the crime? The motive. In third-rate mysteries, there's no need to uncover this. After all, even if you don't expose the motive, the culprit will just confess it even when it's all said and done. However, Furudo Erika was first rate, so she would have exposed even this. Natsuhi was being confined in the parlor under everyone's watchful gazes. where Erika made use of everyone to diligently and persistently search all places, even in Natsuhi's room, for clues about her motive.
さて、お集まりの皆さん、このような恐ろしい殺人に何が後宮夏日さんを駆り立てたのか。探偵フルドエリカの調査により、その輪郭が浮かび上がってまいりました。
I get the feeling the white donut is the very thing that's going to bite her back in the ass.
それをここにご報告させていただきたいと思います。
Everyone remained silent, urging her to continue. Erika tossed some of Natsuhi's possessions that had been confiscated onto the table.
まず、これらは夏日さんの部屋から発見された過去の日記帳です。近年ではほとんど書かれていませんが、後宮家に籍を入れたばかりの頃については詳細な記述があります。これらの多くは鍵付きの日記帳に封じられていましたが、事件の全貌を暴くためにこれらの鍵を全て破壊させていただきました。
人でなし、人の日記を読むなんて。
Oh boy.
ならあんたは何よ、殺人鬼。お前ごときにプライバシーなんてあるわけないでしょ。
I'm telling you, this is exactly what's going to bite Erika back in the ass. I'm telling you right now.
この日記帳から浮かび上がったのは、夏日さんはクラウスさんと特殊な事情でご結婚なされたらしいということです。ここにいらっしゃる皆さんは私よりご存知なのかな。夏日さん、クラウスさんご夫婦は恋愛結婚でもお見合い結婚でもありません。いわば人質のような結婚でした。
Okay.
そのようなことはありません。
この赤い日記帳の24ページに以下の記述があります。私は後宮家に嫁という名で軟禁された人質なのです。でも私が人質となることで全てが丸く。夏日さん、あなたは自分が人質であったことをここですでにお認めになっています。熊沢さんは夏日さんがここに来られた当初からお世話をしていますね。当時のことを話してくださいませんか。
そうです。私にそうこぼされたこともございました。奥様のご結婚についての事情を知るのは。
ですな。当時は金蔵さんが縦横無尽に活躍する黄金時代だった。金蔵さんはあらゆる敵を打ち倒し、経済力を拡大していったのです。夏日さんの家もそんな敵の一つでした。
We do know that Natsuhi and Kraus did very much like each other, though. As though the time to talk had suddenly come at hand, Masao and Nanja openly delved into territory that should never have been touched upon again. This was considering the period during which Kinzo was most feared for his ferocity. This has been said that, though Kinzo had many assets and connections, he held a grudge after being looked down upon by members in the elite as being an upstart. Because of this, apparently, Kinzo wanted to find Kraus a wife from a noble family and use this to raise the Ushiromiya family status. Then he overcame Natsuhi's family in a financial struggle and proposed that a marriage be performed as a method of reconciliation. And the person he picked was Natsuhi. Natsuhi had been raised to be clean and pure in a family of Shinto priests, making her a true noble lady. Oh, is that where the mirror comes from? And by choosing her, not only did Kinzo cause them the worst possible humiliation, he also won what he considered to be a nice trophy. So that marriage proposal was humiliating to Natsuhi from the very beginning. Oh shit.
この辺りの経緯については、今、熊沢さんと南條先生がお話しくださったものと日記帳に記されている内容が合致します。以上から夏日さんは後宮夏日を名乗ることとなった当初から激しい憎悪を持っていたことがお分かりになると思います。どうですか、夏日さん。それはお認めになりますか。
But that quickly changed, didn't it? All the cold gazes turned to face Natsuhi.
確かに最初はそう思っていました。
But it changed.
愛のない結婚を強要された花嫁という名の人質だとそうです。夫は 私を人質などと見下しはしませんでした。
Yep, he gave her those nuts.
私の事情を理解し、
The ones that he gave her in India.
夫だけは私の理解者だったのです。
なるほど、それは一理あります。確かにあなたの日記にはクラウスさんがあなたの事情を知って気遣ってくれる描写がいくつか散見できます。しかしあなたはそれをこちらの日記帳の47ページでむしろ気持ちが悪いと描写していますね。以下朗読します。クラウスの気遣いはむしろ私を惨めにさせるだけ。
Oh my god, feelings like that come and go.
そうして私を恥ずかしめているのではないかとさえ思う時があります。以上から夏日さんがそんな気遣いを見せていた夫を嫌悪していたことが伺えます。
Oh my god, that's just
待
rude.
ちなさい。確かに最初はそう思ったこともあります。
Feelings can
不安に
change.
過ごす私が気遣いを素直に受け取れず邪推してそう記してしまったこともあったかもしれません。私はやがてそんな夫の気遣いに気づいてその気持ちを受け入れるようになるのです。
その記述は日記帳のどこにも登場しませんが
She doesn't have to write that.
日記にさえ書かない秘められた気持ちというものもあります。
Erika has no love
あらゆ
indeed.
る証拠品と証言から多角的に構築してあなたが夫に激しい嫌悪を持っていたことは
Oh,
明ら
that's
かで
just
す。
false. That's just
あな
false.
たがやがて受け入れるようになっていったことを示す証拠は存在しません。
She has no love.
私は夫は愛していました。
その発言を赤き真実に昇華させる証拠、証言の構築はできませんよね。
愛を語るにも証拠がいるというのですか。
赤き真実以外は何も信じられません。赤くない発言は何の証拠にもならない。何の信用もできない。赤くない文字はすべて私を欺くための偽りです。
Oh my god.
白い文字で愛を語られて
With the white text. Oh god, we're getting very meta.
赤くない言葉なんて何も信用できない。この世で信じられるのは赤き真実とそれを得るために主に捧げる供物の証拠品だけです。真実を語れぬ嘘つき人間どもめ。
Well, you can speak in red.
赤き真実なき人間に愛も心も真実も語る資格なんてないんです。
You said it yourself.
知ってました。男はあなたたち女が思ってるほどバカではありません。男は女の愛しているなんて本気で真に受けたりなんかしません。
Man, what happened to you?
愛そうな人、本当に人を愛したことがないの。
It's true.
探偵に恋愛は不要です。恋愛という単語など殺人動機を示す以外で使用した覚えがありません。
あなたが何と言おうと私たちは愛し合っていました。私が愚痴ばかりを日記に記していたことは夫にも謝らなければならないことです。しかし私は夫に心を捧げていました。それはたとえ証拠で示せなくてもそれ
却下します。往生際が悪いですよ。証拠と証言から全て憎悪していたことはもはや明白なのですから。
But that's not true.
そうよ、私は何度も聞いてるわよ。あなたが
あなただって秀吉さんの陰口を口にされた日もあったではありませんか。
True.
主人を殺したくせに何よその口の利き方は。死になさいよ。死んで主人に詫びてきなさいよ。
乱暴はやめてくださいエヴァさん。今は私が犯人を追及して断罪するあなたのものではありませんよ。
It's she's going to shoot herself in the foot. Watch.
さて彼女は数年を経て表向きは生活に馴染んだように見えましたが実際は心の中に強い憎悪を募らせたままでした。そんな彼女の中にいつか復讐したいと思う気持ちが芽生えたとしても何の不思議もありません。
勝手なことを言わないで。
Each time Erika read Natsuhi's diaries one after another, she exposed more of Natsuhi's emotions during those painful days. Natsuhi had written them to leave those words behind. She had written to forget those memories and seal them away. That's why she had written down her feelings during those painful days, locked them up and sealed them away for all eternity. She's venting! Come on! However, Erika claimed that there were Natsuhi's true, hidden feelings that had been locked away and concealed. Since it had already been concluded that Natsuhi was a murderer, everyone accepted Erika's claim. By this point, the Red Truth wasn't even necessary to establish Natsuhi's motive. As long as the reason seemed plausible, everyone would believe it. No matter how much Natsuhi might object, no one would believe her. No one could accept the truth Natsuhi spoke of about the days she had spent loving her husband. It had been painted over by a false truth in which she hated her husband and swore revenge against him. The pen of the gods that composed the truth had been given to Erika. So she's godmothering.
「私には夏日さんの気持ちもよくわかるのです。」
いつかこういう日も来るのではないかと思っておいたわしやおいたわしや。
Oh my god.
親父のわがままな人生に振り回された気の毒な犠牲者の一人だとは思うぜ。
私は奥様のその心の痛みを存じておりました。そしてその支えになりたいと日々思っていたのですが。The
gaslighting episode. Oh yeah, it does feel like that.
僕には愛憎の気持ちなんてわからない。
あなたにもいつかわかるわ。
You will
そしてそれ
someday.
は生きる目的にも殺す目的にもなり得る。
Oh, you would know best. Shannon isn't saying anything. And Battler either.
本当に夏日おばさんが犯人なのか。
ああ、それを言われると夏日さん以外に犯人の可能性のある人がいらっしゃいまして。
What, Battler?
何？おい、ふざけるなよ。なんでそんな大事なことを早く言わないんだ。
夏日さん、実はあなた以外にも犯行の可能な方が一人いらっしゃるんです。
Oh no, I feel like
あなたがどうしても犯人でないとおっしゃるなら、その方が犯人ということになってしまうんですが。
それは誰だ？
Oh, are we going there? I feel like Erika wanting to gloat and being like, okay, admit about that threatening older baby.
誰なんだ？
後宮金蔵さんです。
Oh, come on. Okay, I was hoping she would do something else.
3階書斎の窓からお出かけになられたまま行方知れず。
She just wants to boast, is what I see.
そうでしたね、バトラさん。
Okay.
夏日さんと同じように金蔵さんにも全くアリバイがありません。実は今回の事件、金蔵さんにも犯行は可能なんです。私はてっきり最初からいらっしゃらない人物だと決めてかかっていたので、今の今まですっかり失念していました。
Oh
それ
no.
をお詫びいたします。
She didn't look shy or apologetic in just slightest. She's mocking us. Erika bowed in as unpleasant a manner as ever. She had held a grudge ever since her defeat in the study battle. Of course she did.
夏日さんは金蔵さんの信頼を受けて最もその身近でお仕えしていた方でしたよね。
So you're going to make her admit it herself.
夏日さんが一番よくわかっているのではないでしょうか。この事件が実は後宮金蔵さんによる当主の犯罪であることを。
お父様を犯人呼ばわりすると
Well,
言うのですか。
she has wrapped you in her little
金
finger.
蔵さんが犯人ということであっても、ホワイトニットを構築できるだけの証拠と証言をすでに十分に用意してあります。あなたが 金蔵さんをかばうために自らを犠牲にしたという筋書きでも
Of course you're not.
近年探偵の推理さえも筋書きに組み込まれている可能性がありますから、本当に油断ならない時代になったものです。
お父様を犯人呼ばわりするなど、この私が許しません。
夏日さん、頭を冷静にして胸に手を当ててよく考えてください。あなたが実は金蔵さんが犯人でしたと告発してくれれば、この事件は全て解決する。
She's vicious and calculating indeed.
あなたの濡れ衣は晴らされ、
Also, hi
回復されるでしょう。
V4RO123, how are you doing? In other words, by pushing the crime onto Kinzo, Natsuhi would be saved. However, that's not the truth.
私はお父様より後ろ宮家の名誉を託されたのです。その私が濡れ衣を晴らすためだけにお父様の後ろ宮家の名誉を自ら汚すと本気でお思いですか？
Of course, Natsuhi knew that she wasn't the culprit, and she also knew that Kinzo wasn't. Yep, Erika just wants to toy with us, so being framed herself and pushing the blame onto Kinzo were both unacceptable, unbearable outcomes.
いいんですか？すでに散々立証しております。あなた以外のアリバイは全て証明されています。あなたが金蔵さんを告発されないならば、やはりあなたが犯人だということで、今度こそ本当に特定され真実となってしまいますよ。
私を犯人だと決めつけることがあなたの真実だというのなら、お好きになさればいいでしょう。私が無実であることを神様はきっとご存知です。必ずやいつか私の無実を証明してくれます。
Yep, she knows that Natsuhi is impulsive. She's baiting her. If it came to a choice between her and Kinzo being framed, Natsuhi will sacrifice herself. Perhaps that was her way of protecting the Oshiromiya family honor.
Natsuhi.
チャンスをあげたのに。
Stupid woman. This future where your name will eventually be clear doesn't exist for any of you. Not for any of the pieces on this board. Natsuhi had made her decision. If they were going to call her the culprit, she would let them. She boldly rejected the thought of selling Kinzo's honor to gain a momentary truth where she wasn't the culprit. And therefore, the tale was woven with her as the culprit. In the future, if the accusation against her are proven false, this tale will probably be rewritten. However, that future will never come, I think. Truth is a fleeting thing. Even if I am a good person until my death, if some heartless person after my death overwrites the records and says I wasn't a good person, and if that is shared with everyone else, then even all the goodness in which I lived my life could be overwritten easily. And so I think that I won't live as a good person for all eternity.
金蔵さんが犯人でないとおっしゃるならば、金蔵さんに犯行が不可能であるというアリバイが必要です。そうでなくては真の意味で夏日さんを犯人だと特定できません。
Erika has probably known for a long time. Kinzo is nothing more than an illusion to make the inheritance problem more uncertain. However, it will be very hard to prove that he was an illusion. The only way to do this would be to confirm Kinzo's death, but as has been made known by the Red Truth in previous games, Kinzo died a long time ago. And in this fifth game, his corpse hasn't even appeared. In a situation like this, it wouldn't be easy to absolutely prove his death. But Natsuhi doesn't allow it. If Kinzo's death was confirmed, it would probably erase that defeat in the study. It was the only way Erika had of removing the humiliation of that loss. And there was something that could confirm Kinzo's death almost as a certainty as a real proof. And that was the confession of the culprit. It would mean having Natsuhi herself acknowledge that Kinzo no longer existed in this world. That way it would be acknowledged that Erika's reasoning in the study was correct, that loss would be painted over, and it would be rewritten as Erika's victory. Is that stubbornness going to be the very thing that fucks up? Beatrice hung suspended by Drano's red longsword. Beatrice had disappeared by having her existence denied, and her minions had gone too. In this cathedral that they had disappeared from, only Natsuhi and the witches convincing her remained.
あくまで金蔵は生きてて島のどこかに残っていると言い張るのね。
そうです。お父様はご健在でおられます。誰が何と言おうと私はそれを翻します。
Oh boy.
過去のゲームの赤き真実で金蔵がすでに死亡していることは確定してるわ。でもそれじゃあベルンの気が収まらないわけでしょ。
ええ、そうよ。完璧な勝利を私は求めてるの。だから赤で金蔵の死が決まってるから、それでチェックメイトなんて面白くないの。夏日の口からリザインと言わせて勝利したいのよ。
She's very stubborn. Is she going to?
ならやってごらんなさいよ。お手並みを拝見させてもらうわ。
我が主、今こそ我らに完全なる勝利を。無論夏日、あなたは金蔵は間違いなく生きているけれど、その所在はわからないというのね。
ええ、そうです。お父様は窓よりお出になられて行方知れず、全く困った方です。
ラムダ、金蔵の24時から朝までの所在について。金蔵は24時から朝までずっと同じ部屋に滞在したわ。
Okay.
そりゃそうでしょ、死体なんだから。いや、ごめん。そうよね。そうでしょうね。口を挟まないわ。面白そうだから続けてちょうだい。
Okay.
これより金蔵という言葉を生きている金蔵という意味で使うわ。何しろ夏日は生きていると主張するのだから、続けて赤き真実を語るわ。金蔵は屋敷以外の場所には存在しない。そうよね、エリカ。はい、我が主。
These red are true but misleading. Yeah, that's why I was like, even Lambda's like, what?
金蔵の姿を探し、屋敷の外、敷地、しかし金蔵は発見できませんでした。
Because of the detective's authorities, Erika could find all clues. Therefore, if Erika was unable to find a hint that Kinzo existed outside the mansion, it was the same as proving that Kinzo didn't exist outside the mansion. Therefore, Bernkanstel repeated that truth of Erika's.
金蔵は屋敷以外の場所に存在しない。
More than one truth can exist at the same time, I suppose.
なら、金蔵が存在するなら、屋敷内のどこかにいることになるわ。どこに金蔵が隠れているのか、心当たりが
わかりかねます。何しろこの定期です。中庭へ出られた後、お屋敷のどこかへ隠れ、雨をしのがれていたとしても何も不思議はありません。
私はこれからも同じ質問を数度繰り返すわ。あなたに名誉ある幸福の機会を数度与える。痩せ我慢が過ぎると本当の名誉まで失うことになるわよ。
いかなる脅しにも私が屈することはありません。
Whoops, that was my alarm. I'll give myself like 30 minutes.
あなたは本当にいじめがいのある駒だわ。では続けるわよ。
Oh man, you really are a sadist.
以上の理由から金蔵さんが屋敷以外の場所にいることは考えられません。そこでまず書斎のあった3階を徹底的に捜索しました。
だがどこにも隠れる場所はなかった。3階に親父の姿は影も形もない。
ではどこにいるんでしょう、夏日さん。
She doesn't know?
知りません。3階にいないなら地下にでも隠れたのではありませんか。
ええ、地下ですね。ボイラー室、地下倉庫など怪しげな地下も全て捜索させていただきました。
ええ、私も探したわ。お父様の姿なんてどこにもなかった。
繰り返します。金蔵さんはどこにいるんですか、夏日さん。
なら1階か2階にでもいたのでしょう。
I mean, she's just guessing now.
消去法で行くならそうなります。そして1階を徹底的に捜索しました。結果は？
いいえ、お父様の姿を見つけることはできなかったわ。
繰り返します。金蔵さんはどこにいたんですか、夏日さん。
では2階に隠れていたのでしょう。お父様が隠れている場所を 私が知るわけないでしょう。
本当にそうでしょうか。
奥様が、親方様がどこに隠れていたのかご存知？
そんなバカな。
そんなことあるはずありません。
Both Shannon and Kano knew that Kinzo was already dead, so they didn't have a clue how Erika would use a phantom of a person who didn't exist to corner Natsuhi. He's just being mean.
屋敷以外の場所に金蔵はいない。3階に金蔵はいない。地下に金蔵はいない。1階に金蔵はいない。以上から金蔵が存在しうる余地の検討は2階だけとなるわ。赤き真実を認めるわ。
Did you just accept it because it's convenient?
まだどこに隠れてるか教えてくれないの？
何度聞かれても答えられないものは答えられません。
エリカ、すべての手がかりを絶対に見落とさず、いかなる隠し扉も隠し部屋も看破できる探偵権限で。
はい、我が主。夏日さんって結構頭悪い方ですよね。まだ話の落としどころ見えないんですか？
余計なことは言わなくていいわ。全員を引き連れて捜索を始めなさい。
Erika used her detective's authority to take everyone, even Natsuhi, and go up to the second floor to search every room starting at one end. Oh my god, even for rooms that were thought to have nothing at all to do with the crime, Erika did not relax her search in the slightest. Her search was thorough in every single room as they moved through them all.
まだ金蔵さんはどこに隠れているか教えてくださらないのですか？
いい加減になさい。私は知らないと何度口にすればいいのですか？
夏日さん、このまま調べていってもきっと金蔵さんは見つかりませんよね。
Of course, Kinzo doesn't exist. No matter how long this search continues, it's just a waste of time. This was known by Erika, the witch's piece, and Natsuhi, the one who knew the truth.
となると、捜索はあの廊下の突き当たりの部屋を最後とします。つまり、あの部屋を残して、すべての部屋に金蔵さんがいなかったことが証明されると、どうなると思います？
He isn't on the third floor or the first floor on the basement, and he isn't in any of the rooms on the second floor except the one at the end. So if he really did exist inside the mansion, it had been proven that he could only exist in that room at the end. In other words, this was Hempel's Raven. Because it had been established that the living Kinzo couldn't exist anywhere except the final room at the end of the corridor, that automatically meant that the living Kinzo existed in that final room. And that room at the end of the corridor was... the study? Her room?
突き当たりの部屋って何の部屋だっけ？
Is it her room? Mamba Delta was munching on a refill of a popcorn.
夏日の部屋です。ラムダデルタ卿。
つまり金蔵は夏日の部屋以外に隠れ場所はなかったということになるのよ。赤で言う必要ある？
もちろん。
夏日の部屋を除くすべての場所に金蔵は存在しない。
Okay.
と
Are we
い
there?
うわけで、以上によりこの部屋以外に金蔵さんはいらっしゃらないことになりました。
ここは私の部屋ではありませんか？私の部屋のどこにお父様がいると？
In a rage, Natsuhi unlocked the door to her room and pointed inside. Of course, Kinzo was nowhere to be seen.
どこにお父様の姿があるというのです？
Oh boy.
なるほど。いらっしゃられないようですね。私たちが来ることを察知して、また窓からお逃げにでもなったのでしょうか。
If Kinzo wasn't in this last room, it meant that he didn't exist anywhere. There was no living Kinzo outside the mansion. There was no living Kinzo inside the mansion. Therefore, no living Kinzo existed. However, Erika didn't make that argument. She had pointed that out herself without making a checkmate. It was because Bernkanstel didn't want to win by cornering Natsuhi with the red truth. She wanted to force Natsuhi to accept a humiliating resignation.
私がこれまで捜索してきたのは金蔵さんの姿だけではありません。金蔵さんが24時から朝まで隠れていたことを示す痕跡です。そしてそれも存在しませんでした。つまり24時から朝までの間、金蔵はある一室にこもり続けたことになってて、そしてそれは夏日の部屋ということだわ。
赤き真実によるチェックメイトが金蔵の幻という駒を夏日の部屋にまで追い詰めたということよ。
ねえ夏日さん、つまりあなたは朝までこの部屋で金蔵さんとご一緒だったことになるわけです。それでもあなたは金蔵さんのことをご存じないとおっしゃられるのですか？
Oh, we're going there.
私が赤き真実で認めるわ。24時から朝までの一晩生きた金蔵は夏日の部屋を除く全ての場所に存在しない。
Anywhere outside Natsuhi's
その真
room.
実から夏日の部屋にしか存在しなかったと議論を進めることを許すわ。
司法取引ねえ夏日、頭の悪いあなたでももうそろそろまずいと気づいてきたんじゃない？
This is your last
金蔵を
chance.
犯人にしなさい。後宮家当主を犯罪者とし、自らの保身のために当主の栄光を自らの手で打ち壊してみせなさい。
She won't do
あなた
that.
がその勇気を見せたら、当主をかばうために濡れ衣をかぶろうとした悲劇のヒロインに筋書きを変えてあげるわ。
お父様は無実です。お父様を犯罪者にすることなど私
取引拒否いいわベル、やっちゃいなさい。
Alright. There we go.
24時から朝までの一晩、生きた金蔵の存在する余地はあなたのベ
Inside
ッドの
your
中以外
bed?
に存在しない。
Jesus. Okay.
それはどういう意味ですか？
この部屋の徹底的な捜索および厳重な科学捜査の結果、ただしあなたのベッドだけを除きます。
Oh no. A shocked silence dominated the room. Natsuhi completely forgot to close her open mouth.
昨夜黄金発見の前後の頃、3階窓より脱出した金蔵さんはあなたの部屋のベッドの中にかくまわれていたということです。そしてさらに気の毒な捜査結果ですが、あなたもこのベッドで就寝されていたことが判明しています。
Are we going that way? Jesus.
重ねて復唱するわ。24時から朝まで生きた金蔵の存在する余地は夏日のベッドの中以外に存在しない。そして夏日も昨晩同じベッドで就寝したわ。
Oh my god, we're going into very disgusting territory.
仲良しさんたちね。2人で仲良く枕を分けっこして眠ったわけね。
青き真実。
Oh my god!
男女が同じ枕で一晩過ごして他に何を推測しようと。
Oh my god, they really are going that direction.
無礼者！私が
Of course they knew. They were going that way just to fuck her up. Oh my god. Oh my god. They really went extremely low.
してやまないお父様となんて。
Yeah, I need water. Thank you, Argo.
許せません。
夏日、青き真実には赤き真実で反論なさい。もちろん魔女でないあんたに使える赤はない。だか から私が代わりに赤き真実で語ってあげてもいいよ。私を納得させられる証拠を示せるならね。
She's going to have to undo the bed.
そんな証拠 あるわけがありません。私をどこまで愚弄するというのですか。おのれ
Natsuhi tried to attack Erika, but Eva pinned her arms behind her back so she couldn't do anything.
なんというおぞましいことでしょう。夏日さんは後宮家に復讐するためにまず後宮家のすべてを乗っ取ろうと企てたのです。
No!
そのため夏日さんは体を武器に金蔵さんを
Oh my god, no, 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 this is unbearable. This is actually really painful to
そんな
read.
ことはしません。私は自分の体を夫以外に許したことはただの一度もありません。
否定されたい気持ちもわかりますが、あなたが金蔵さんと密会を重ねていたことはすでに複数の関係者からの証言で明らかです。
No, let's not.
昨晩だって
Can we
金蔵
not?
さんの書斎で二人っきりでお休みのご挨拶をされてたんですものね。それどころか明らかな情報の痕跡の証言も複数得られています。
No, no, you're pulling that out of your ass.
誰です。誰がそんないい加減なことを。ゴーダシャノンエヴァさんでしょう。そんないい加減なことを言ったのはあなたでしょう。誰
関係者証言を受領したわ。
Yikes.
これは致命的ね。もう疑いようがないわ。
Yeah, they're forcing her to admit he's dead.
もうあんたの名誉なんてこれっぽっちもないわけだけど、金蔵はいませんでしたって言ってごらんなさい。
Oh my god,
そう
no.
ね。夏日、あんた強情だわ。もう後宮家なんてどうせボロボロじゃない。そんなにも金蔵がいることにして遺産問題をうやむやにしたいの？
これは私がお父様に託された後宮家の名誉を守る夫の事業は必ず結実します。それによって借金を返済するまで後宮家の家督を引き渡すわけにはいかないのです。お父様の名誉、夫の名誉も私が守ります。それが私の使命なんです。
死者の名誉を守ろうとは見上げた根性だわ。
死者じゃないわ。本当の金蔵は一度たりとも夏日に命じたことなんてないんだから。
Jesus. I don't like this. As Natsuhi screamed, she fell down to her hands and knees. She no longer had any way to reject the fake truth that Burnconstell and Erika had weaved.
ゲームマスター、ラムダデルタの名において本ゲームの勝利者がベルンカステル教であることを認めるわ。
You do just because it's your girlfriend.
意義あるものは名乗りを上げよ。
Of course there were none. All those who might have objected had been erased. Convenience. Rigged.
ベルン、あんたの勝ちよ。真相のかけらをあなたが紡ぎなさい。
ええ、それでは私が真相を紡ぐわ。これがこの悲しく間抜けな物語の真相よ。本当は泣き笑いしながら罪を認めた夏日に自ら語ってほしかったんだけど、それがお約束なんでしょ。
Oh no, and it ends here. This. Oh my god. Can I. After being forced into a marriage she hadn't wanted, Natsuhi developed a grudge against the Ushiromiya family and was filled with a desire for revenge. From the trial synopsis, page 3. Natsuhi, also hoping to take revenge for the financial submission by her parents' family, had been forced into by the Ushiromiyas' scheme to capture the Ushiromiya family's wealth. From the trial synopsis, page 4. Fake news! Knowing that the wealth of the Ushiromiya family was in practical terms under Kinzo's personal control, she initiated to curry favor with him and managed to... No. No. To curry favor with Kinzo, Natsuhi repeatedly imitated Beatrice, the witch of Kinzo's delusion, and engaged in... No. Kinzo saw his long-lost mistress in Natsuhi. Furthermore, by chance, she was sometimes witnessed in disguise by the servants, and this became part of the foundation. No. 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 I don't like this. No. However, late at night on October 4th, 1986, Ushiromiya Battle discovered the hidden gold. The relatives were in an uproar and decided that Battle should succeed the headship, so Natsuhi planned the crime. She murdered the children in the so-called cousin room and tried to frame Battle for the crime. Furthermore, Genji was murdered for opposing the scheme. Sexual, say the word. I can say the word just fine, but in this context, it makes me want to throw up. It's disgusting. Later on, Hideyoshi was also murdered. From this point on, she displayed the strong intent to indiscriminately murder all those involved. From the trial synopsis, page 27. From supplemental materials B, page 61. From the burn cancel doc, blah 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 blah. The following outlines the details of the crime. Midnight, October 4th, 1986, Natsuhi decided to commit the crime. She asked Genji to assist her, but was refused, so she murdered him. Okay. She then murdered her husband Kraus in his own room. From the trial synopsis, blah 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 blah. Afterwards, she went to the so-called cousin room on the second floor of the guest house, waited for Rosa to join the rest, and killed George, Jessica, Maria, and Rosa. She damaged the necks of those corpses. Afterwards, because there were people in the lounge on the first floor, she waited in an empty room on the second floor. She hid in this empty room until the people in the lounge disappeared and went to bed. The people in the lounge dispersed just after 3 a.m. Natsuhi left the empty room and escaped from the guest house. She returned to her personal room where she had met up with Kinzo, who had been hiding there. She stayed there until the morning. Kinzo left the room early next morning and concealed himself somewhere near the guest house. Blah 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 blah. Afterwards, Kinzo saw his chance and carried off the corpses of the 6 victims one by one, hiding them. Unfortunately, these hidden corpses have not been found. International. Oh god. Natsuhi had failed in her scheme to cast suspicion on Battler, changed her plan to include the murder of all present. Predicting that one of those present would eventually want to take rest in a private room, Natsuhi concealed herself inside the closet in one of the guest rooms. At about 1 p.m., she murdered Hideyoshi after he entered that room. Oh my god, can the text go faster? From the time the others became aware of the incident of the time they carried Hideyoshi's corpse out, Natsuhi once again concealed herself in the closet. Furthermore, as proof of this, a button from Natsuhi's clothes was found in the closet. Afterwards, she left the closet and tried to return to her room. However, Furudor Eika found and questioned her first, and she confessed to the crime. From the Birkenstock dock, from the Lamba Delta dock, blah 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 blah. Oh my god! Move on! Jesus! GC official note. Due to the result of illusion trial, blah 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 blah, October, we announce that the following has been determined. Ushiromiya Natsuhi did admit to her crime. For 13 months following this announcement, related talks may be perused at the break Great Court Legal Offices Document Management Center, first subsection. Great Court Deputy Chief. Head Inquisitor of Hersey, Lanore Knox. Is this how episode 5 ends?
私がやったことにすればいいんでしょ。そう言わせたいんでしょ。
As though she'd given up and decided that it'd be useless to try and talk her way out of this any longer, Natsuhi screamed that out. It was a sad incident. I wanted to believe that, despite the pitiable circumstances that led to her marriage into the Yoshimiya family, Natsuhi just might have been able to grasp a sliver of happiness together with Uncle Kraus and Jessica. However, by Natsuhi's own doing, Uncle Kraus, and even her beloved daughter Jessica, had been heartlessly killed. It was even harder to believe that grandfather had been an accomplice and hid the corpses. However, judging by the clear testimony given by her several people who knew him, grandfather's mental state for those last few years has been far from what anyone would consider normal. Perhaps possessed by a mad devotion to the mistress he had once lost long ago, grandfather might truly have believed that Natsuhi was the reincarnation of Beatrice. Where is grandfather now? Like Erika had theorized, did he really believe that he could revive Beatrice by carrying out murders following the epitaphs, succumbing to Natsuhi's cajolery? Right now, is he holding some kind of disturbing ceremony with the bodies he carried away?
これで満足ですか。私にこう言わせたかったんでしょう。
And Natsuhi sobbed as she spoke.
これがあなたの復讐なんでしょう。
Oh, is she going there?
19年前の男。
Oh, she's going there. This man from 19 years ago that Natsuhi kept mentioning was supposedly someone who had caught her in some sort of trap. However, she had only mentioned that this man from 19 years ago existed, and she most certainly hadn't tried to explain what had happened 19 years ago.
きっとこの中にあの男の手先が混じっているはずです。あの男はあなたたちの誰かを通じて今のこの私を嘲笑っているでしょう。なら伝えなさい。これで気は晴れましたか。19年間あなたを災難だ痛みと苦しみは少しは言えましたか。ようやく私は分かりました。私をここまで追い詰めたのはそれを認めさせたかったからですね。
夏日さん、私たち以外に部外者は一切存在しまいもしない人物がさも存在するように振る舞うなんて往生際の悪い芝居はやめてください。
Except, Erika laughed mockingly, but as Natsuhi looked at us, no, as she looked at some being behind us, she hung her head and shook. Then she confessed to her sin. There we go. Let's go. It's time.
私は殺人を犯しました。
やっと直接的な言葉で罪を認めましたね。
いいえ、昨日今日の事件のことではありません。19年前の殺人について告白します。
Finally. We are here. Finally. I feel like this is going to be the thing that's going to solve all this. The adults all whispered together, wondering what this was about, because they had never heard about a murder case 19 years ago.
今から私は罪を犯しました。
It is time to remember
許せ
sins.
なかったのです。その赤ん坊が。
赤ん坊？今さら何の話ですか
？19年前のあの日、私はお父様より一人の赤ん坊を託されました。いつまでも後継ぎを見守ることもできない私に、ならば養子を迎えよと施設から連れてきたという一人の赤ん坊を私に抱かせたのです。それが私にどれほど女としての屈辱を与えたか想像がつきますか。
With a mix of conflicting emotions of anger, sadness, regret, and possibly defiance, Natsuhi confessed her humiliation as a woman when she was no longer expected to bear a child, and also the indescribably unpleasant feeling of being made to hold an unfamiliar baby. It caused her great sadness and rage, and before very many nights passed, it ate a hole into her heart. Well, Erika wanted her to confess all the way through. They asked her to.
赤ん坊を抱かせた使用人とともにバラ庭園から船着き場の方へ散歩に行った時でした。私は一人になりたかったのですが、赤ん坊を連れたその使用人の女は律儀に私の後について回りました。一人にしてくれとさえ言い出せず、だから赤ん坊の泣き声から逃れられず、その日より19年間私を苛む長き頭痛の日々の始まりにうめいていました。
Oh, did she shove the woman?
昨夜崖を望む遥か眼下の岩浜にこの赤ん坊を放り捨てることで全てなかったことにできれば、そんな悪魔の誘惑を私は確かに聞きました。そしてそれが本当にできたらどれほど素晴らしいかと、その誘惑にほんの一瞬耳を傾けてしまったのです。
So you grabbed the baby and tossed him like a baseball.
赤ん坊を抱いた使用人が大きな石を踏んで足をくじき、そして粗末な柵に寄りかかり、その時柵が大きくきしんだ気がした。私は危ないと言いながら肩を掴もうとしました。
But?
いえ、そんな曖昧な言い方はしません。懺悔します。告白します。私はあの時確かに危ないと言いながらその使用人の肩を
I shoved her.
両手で
And then?
強く押し飛ばしたのです。
Yeah, she shoved her.
粗末な柵は根元から折れ、使用人と
Along with the baby.
その手に抱かれた赤ん坊と一緒に眼下の岩浜へ転落していきました。その瞬間のことを鮮明に覚えているのに、なのになぜか曖昧でとても不思議な気持ちだったのを覚えています。転落したという意味。
She yeeted that baby to the beach then? It looks like it. That cliff really took lives. How many lives has that cliff taken thus far? It almost felt as though instead of falling.
何もない宙に二人が音もなく飲み込まれて消えたようにさえ感じたのです。だから私は二人が岩浜に落下した音さえ聞いています。いえ、きっと聞いているのです。その聞いた音をきっと記憶から消し去ってしまったのです。
There we go.
それから
私は一瞬これが夢だと信じました。あの高さですからちょっと身を乗り出したくらいでは眼下の二人は見えません。だから二人が落ちたことさえ、ほんの数秒前のことさえ現実のことなのかわからなくて、きっと私はここから赤ん坊が落ちればいいのにと願いすぎて白昼夢を見てしまったに違いない。そう自らに思い込ませ、足早にバラ庭園に戻り、赤ん坊は使用人に任せ、私は一人ここで休んでいたことにしました。そしてお父様に赤ん坊はどうしたのかと問われ、
And then he started laughing.
任せた使用人の姿が見えないと騒ぎになって、
And two corpses were found. The child had apparently been here for reasons that couldn't become known. Mm-hmm.
そう、私は一度に二人も気の毒な使用人については遺族に十分なねぎらいをしました。真相を知らない老いた夫は不幸な事故を嘆きつつもそれに納得してくれました。そしてほんの数年前、老衰で亡くなり、私は墓前で。しかし私はあの赤ん坊に謝罪したことはありません。それがあなたの目的でしょう。だから私は今ここで罪を告白します。後ろ宮夏日は19年前にあなたを崖から突き落として殺そうとしました。
But
あなたは死んでいなかったのですね。こうして生きていて、それでも私を母さんと呼び、この島へ帰ってきて、こうして復讐をされたのですね。あなたはこの19年間、母と呼ぶはずだった私に突き落とされたことを知って、どれほどの憎悪の人生を送ったのでしょうね。
Man.
そしてあなたは私があなたを突き落としてから経た18年間の人生をこうして全て打ち壊しました。もう私には愛した夫も娘もいません。そして私には名誉もなく、こうして人殺し呼ばわりされ、
And a cheater. Yikes.
本当に人殺しですものね。ええ、そうです。あなたの目論見通り、私は今や人殺しとみなされています。どうですか？復讐にはこれで十分ですか？夫と娘を殺され、人殺しの汚名を着せられ、不貞の汚名まで、こうして生き恥をかかされる私を見て、あなたは満足ですか？さぞや満足でしょうね。私、家族、
It's all gone.
名誉も。
The song really is nice. I agree, Tsuki.
奪い去ったのですか？
Man, Natsuhi has had it absolutely rough this episode. Holy shit.
この後に及んでまだ濡れ衣だと言い張るんですか？まったく、あなたは本当に往生際の悪い。
聞こえていますか？19年前の呪われた赤ん坊、これで満足ですか？あなたは私から全てを奪いました。まだ何か足りないというのですか？私は許した。
That was so intense even for Umineko. Oh yeah, this was probably the hardest I've had yet.
ダメだな。
Is it? Yes.
バトラさん。
This is exactly what Battler needed. I'm telling you! So Natsuhi needed to confess for Battler to have something. He's back.
全然ダメだぜ。
Fuck yes, he's back.
バトラ君。
Hold on.
ああ、ダメだな。全然ダメだぜ。
What's happening? Oh, perfect timing! The credits are rolling. Died before the game start time. Died on the first Twilight. Alive at the time of the game's suspension. Died on the first Twilight. Alive at the time of the game's suspension. Died on the second Twilight. Died on the first Twilight. Alive at the time of the game's suspension. Alive at the time of the game's suspension. Died on the first Twilight. Died on the first Twilight. Oh, Mario deserved better. Alive at the time of the game's suspension. Ronove Genji died on the first Twilight. Shannon alive at the time of the game's suspension. Kanon alive at the game's suspension. Alive at the game's suspension. Goda. Kumasawa alive at the time of the game's suspension. Virgilia. Ronove, my husband. Gap. Gertrude. Cornelia. Lucifer. Leviathan. Satan. Belphegor. Mammon. Beelzebub. Asmodeus. Chiesta 00. Chiesta 410. Chiesta 45. All of the goats! All of the goats! Well, next time on Umineko episode 6. Oh, we still have the tea party and the other thing. But I think the tea party and the tea party for witches I'll leave for like next time. Because I don't want to rush through them, you know? And last time the tea party was very long, wasn't it? So, okay, so a golden witch has appeared. A gift for your commemoration of your stay. You can find this tea party and question mark is pretty long. Yeah, I thought about it because in episode 4 was very long and it looks like we're about to turn things around. You can tell this isn't Beata's game because she wouldn't kill Maria. That's also true. The only time she did was in episode 3. And that was because of Eva. Alright. Oh, well, make it this high if I enjoyed the sandwich. Yeah, episode 5 tea party. I want to go back. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to save the tea party for next time, including the question mark part, because I'm going to assume it's very long and it's already late. I want to go to bed. So let's finish up for tonight. Whoops, wrong screen. Let me see if there's anybody to raid. Oh yeah, let's raid Eddie. He's streaming now. We're going to go raid the lad. So I'll be catching you guys next week on Thursday. Because for the next few streams I want to do them just once a week, mostly because I'm still very fatigued from work and I want to I'm like in sick leave for 4 weeks, but I still want to go through things slowly. So the next stream will be on next Thursday and I'll be continuing with Freedom Planet 2. And then the week after, I think I'll slowly do the 2 weeks as usual. And I think on that following week, on the first week of December, I think I'll plan Umineko. Does UP like the newer Umineko character models? I haven't seen them. I don't know what exactly you mean with that, HKR, but yeah, I don't... I don't know which new models you mean. When is the next time you'll do Umineko? I think I'll do it in about 2 weeks. Let's see. Roughly in about the 1st or 8th December. And then I'll finish up episode 5. And after I finish episode 5, I'll do my first test stream for Umineko reading on YouTube instead of on Twitch. But episode 5 I'll finish over on Twitch in about 2 or 3 weeks in time. And next week I'll be doing Freedom Planet 2. Okay, so without further ado, I'll see you guys on next Thursday with Freedom Planet 2. And bye-bye. Have a good night.